Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with my great mate off of the 1990s and off of the Top Gear, Steve Berry. Steve Berry, how are you?
I'm good. I know what he's doing now. He's trying to get his own back from all the stuff that I said in the preview video.
I love that preview video. Oh, that's very loud, my microphone. I'm going to modulate. Are you on? Oh, hang on. Are you on mute? Yes. Just technology and older people.
Well, the red light was on, so when the red light's on, I think it's time for action.
Red light spells danger.
And in life.
Yeah. Good morning, madam. So we're going to talk about motorcycle. First of all, great job on the motorcycle videos. Well, you smashed it, mate. Absolutely smashed it.
I just looked at what you'd done and
made it better.
And did it better. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So this is our first day, and I'd like to think in no small part, Steve Berry, the fact that we're on a 2-day motorbike and car sale now, with a standalone day for bikes, in no small part is down to the gravitas of having an experienced bike presenter on the team now.
Well, it's great that Manor Park have decided to come in so strongly with bikes because, you know, we're up here in the Northwest. It's a strong biking territory. Obviously, these bikes go all over the country to the people that buy them, and indeed outside of the UK. But I just think it's right and proper that something as good as this exists up here in the Northwest.
Oh, bless you, sir.
Yeah.
And what we should do as well, because we had a lot of comments last time, obviously, Vestgate. A lot of people, the last auction, we need to explain Vestgate, and this is just a great example of how Steve Berry from Berry is a consummate broadcast professional, and he knows how to chase ratings and please the audience. And I'll give you some examples. So Steve arrived at our last auction. If you haven't seen it, he wore a very comedy vest for the entire auction, and the reason he did that, because he actually arrived with an array of really lovely clothes to wear. And he said, Paul, what do you want me to wear? Do you want me to wear this lovely shirt? Do you want me to wear this lovely jumper? He had lots of lovely corporate, professional, presentory things to wear as he sat there in his vest. That was just the transport garment, wasn't it, the vest?
Well, Mr. PC, if you think that you look like this at 60 without getting in that gym first thing every morning and grinding, I think you're going to be... I mean, unlike my former colleagues from that popular BBC TV programme...
Put on your bingo card.
I've neglected to strap on what I think they're calling the death egg, which a lot of middle-aged men... Middle-aged? Yeah. I'm kidding myself, I'm old.
Mate, this is the slope down now.
So I've come straight from the gym with my gear on a hanger in a suit carrier, and you conspired to stop me from getting changed, thinking it was going to be funny. And you were right. It was funny, but the joke was very much on me.
It was.
So I'm going to get my own back on this bugger at some point in the proceedings. Don't you worry about that.
But to be fair, because Steve was kind enough to wear a comedy vest all day, we actually added 10,000 to our day's ratings on the live view that day, because every other comment wasn't about a car or a bike. It was, what is Steve Berry wearing?
Great.
So thank you. Thank you for being the consummate broadcast professional and doing ratings above personal integrity.
Well,
I appreciate that.
I'll tell you what, mate, it did my OnlyFans page no end of good.
So don't forget, do subscribe to that. Also, do subscribe, quick plug, Big in the 90s. Just 2 minutes on that. Big in the 90s. One of the greatest YouTube sensations that if you haven't seen it and subscribed, you need to do that. Not now, because you're watching this. Yeah, Steve Berry's big in the 90s. You were big in the 90s.
Well, that's why it's called that, Paul. Yeah. I was big in the 90s.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of the bikes that we've got on sale here.
Oh,
this is
Segway, just top level.
Well, this is the thing. I was reading something, and it was about bike auctions in the States.
Yeah.
And they were saying, hey, everybody, the next big thing that's coming is 90s bikes. And I was thinking, we're ahead of you lot on this side of the pond. We've already realised that 90s bikes are going to be a big deal. And there's a ton of them, and some really great ones as well, because back in the day, the British obsession with sports bikes and performance bikes led to a lot of the ones that got sold getting smashed to pieces or stolen or whatever. But somehow, a lot of really good ones have popped up here in this sale.
Well, tell you what, mate, we have got, I'm just looking at Jules. Jules is carefully preparing his notes. His jacket, as ever, immaculately presented. He's having a banana.
God's Mars bars.
Exactly. A little bit of potassium before he starts the day. But let's, if we can, just go down this, and can you just pick me 2 or 3 of your favourite bikes for this sale, and why we should all be buying and bidding on these bikes today?
Very simple. The first one, this Commando here.
Do you have to wear it with no pants? Is that why it's called a Commando?
Well, yeah, if you like, Paul, you know, whatever turns you on. Classic bikes mean a lot of different things to different people, and a lot of that is based on personal nostalgia. Same with cars, obviously, you know that.
Is that why you enjoy talking about the war so much?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Great War.
Yeah, the Boer War, yeah.
My dad had a Commando. His was I think it was called the High Rider, and it was kind of a factory custom style with buckhorn bars and a kind of wacky seat unit on the back. This is the better looking one, the Roadster. This is a Mark II Roadster. For me, Paul, the ultimate classic bike. This is #1 on my list, but that's because I'm me, and I remember my dad's. Back in the day, of course, it was an amazing motorcycle. This bike, when it was new, was 2.4 seconds quicker in a quarter mile than the fastest Ferrari. That's how quick these things were back in the day.
So this is a true superbike of its time?
Oh, absolutely, mate. Motorcycle news bike, because people will say in other places where they have less well-informed commentators, oh yeah, the Japanese four-cylinder bikes came and washed away. The British bike industry disappeared overnight. Rubbish. The Commando was Motorcycle News Bike of the Year, 4 years on the run when the Japanese four-cylinder bikes were available for sale. This, for me, is the ultimate.
So in that in mind then, so if you are a true motorcycle collector that favours British bikes, you cannot have a motorcycle collection and not have this in it?
If you're British, I think it's top 3, you know, of all time.
Oh. And what would we pay for something like that? Let's have a look. What's that worth, Steve?
Next to nothing. 5,000 to 7,000.
What?
Yeah, and look at the condition.
It's beautiful.
And this is the best combination of colours. Black with the gold detailing and the gold writing on the side panels and the tank. Doesn't scream, and it's in great condition. Look at the seats, look at the exhausts, the footrests, handlebars, clocks, clear as.
Do you know what I love about this, Steve? I mean, certainly coming from a restorer's point of view, it's obviously been restored at some point very well.
Yeah.
But it's just lived in that for a little while.
Yeah.
And it's not over-restored. It's very pretty and in lovely condition. But you could use this, couldn't you? You could ride this. It's not a trophy queen, is it?
I like to say, Paul, it's like a pair of Dr. Martin boots. I can't imagine you've ever owned a pair of Dr. Martin boots.
I have, actually, in the 90s.
Oh, you didn't look that type. But anyway, a pair of Docs was always best between 1 year and 2 years old.
Yeah.
Up to 1 year old, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
1 year to 2, perfect. And after that, this is
in that sweet spot.
This is like an 18-month old pair of Doc Martens. It's absolute perfection. Like you say, lived in a little bit.
It's beautiful. So get that, and also people will think you've had it for ages as well, won't they? It doesn't look like you're fresh out the shop.
Yeah, and you can ride it. It's got a disc brake on the front, so drums are okay. I'm not saying they don't work, but in modern traffic, after a few applications of a drum, it can overheat and start to... You've got
That's
the reassurance.
That's a massive caliper, isn't it? A big Lockheed caliper.
It is a massive caliper.
Yeah.
Don't expect it to do a right lot of stopping because the technology back then wasn't anything like as good as it is today.
That must have been quite groundbreaking at the time.
AP Lockheed, I mean, they're basically, as you can read on there...
That's an aircraft brake.
Well, they invented disc brakes.
Yeah.
Well, no, they didn't. It was the 20s and it might have been the Germans. But the people who pioneered disc brakes on motorcycles were very much... And the same with cars, you know, with the D-Type and C-Type Jaguars. Shall I go over into your world, Paul? Oh, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Well, you've got a foot in both camps, haven't you?
I have got a foot in both. We both have. I love machines. I love interesting machines.
So this is nice. Trident. This is, I think, a very pretty bike. Tell me the story of this. I love the tank colour. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like so many of the cars that we have in the other sale that were built in the UK in the 50s, 60s, 70s, very much aimed at the American market. Get those lovely dollars in, because we needed them. The Trident, look at it.
It is gorgeous.
Fantastic paintwork, lovely, lovely shiny bits, an accommodating saddle, these comfortable, wide handlebars, built for the American market, but the Trident is a salutary tale. Easy for me to say.
Mate, I love these words.
The Japanese came out with the four-cylinder bikes, the Honda CB750, we've got the Kawasaki Z1, we've got both those in this sale. Triumph had this design well before the Japanese had four-cylinder bikes, but dithering in the British motorcycle industry, the same as with the cars, Paul, led to disaster. This bike should have appeared a lot sooner than it did, but riders like Dick Mann, who could forget Dick Mann?
Oh, I love Dick Mann. He's my favourite superhero.
At Daytona.
Oh, yeah, at Daytona, that's right,
with the three-cylinder Triumph, he was unbeatable. I didn't really rate these bikes till I rode one. I thought, can they be that much better than a twin? They're very different to a twin. You wouldn't think one extra cylinder would make a big difference, but think of the difference between something like a 4-cylinder Capri and the V6.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Massive difference.
Huge difference.
Huge difference.
A world apart.
Same here. A lot of people would prefer the parallel twin, which is the definitive British classic bike. A parallel twin, BSA, Norton, Triumph, whoever made it. But these Tridents today are really great to ride. You can still use them. They're very usable. Bikes before this, they're great. They're classic bikes. They're not as usable.
And what's it saying then? What's it saying? What should we pay for that? Because that looks like a lot of bike. Go on.
£4,500 to £5,000.
This is why I love classic bikes. You really can. First of all, they don't take up much space. So even if you just want to buy it to look at it, it's a wonderful thing. You can tuck it in your car collection. They do make amazing set dressing for a car collection, but they're not huge amounts of money, are they, for amazing looking things?
Well, you want to talk about set dressing?
Come on, let's do that.
Let's have a look at this Yamaha.
This is. Tell me the story of these. This is lovely.
I think this is a bit of you, Paul.
I like this very much. Tell me the story of this, Steve. I like the aesthetic of this immensely.
Right, well, one of the best things about getting this gig with Manor Park has not just been working with you, my dear friend.
Thanks, mate.
Did you see what I did there?
He's so smooth.
I got a bit back after I'd had a go at him in the preview. It's learning about some of the rarer bikes. I'd never seen one of these. About 15 years ago, Aprilia said they'd invented a new concept with a bike called the Scarabeo. Half scooter, half motorbike. The practicality of a scooter, the weather protection of a scooter, the ease of use with the big wheels of a motorbike. I thought, that's a really clever idea. Why has nobody had that idea before? Well, here it is. I'd never seen one before. Oh, made by Yamaha, who of course were in the aircraft business. And so, Paul, that's why you've got all this beautiful alloy and aluminium.
Look at these castings.
Look at the castings.
Unbelievable. But
fantastic, isn't it?
Talking of casting, straight from Central Casting for the world's greatest auctioneer is our very own Jules. Look, he's just looking down now. I'm just checking that his jacket is in order, the tyres straight, and it is now time, because it's 10 o'clock, to hand over to the glamour behind the hammer, Europe's premier gavel agent. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our very own Jules.
So here we go. We're going to start on 2 wheels, but we're going to have to provide the motor for them. Lot 201, it's the 1982 Raleigh Ultra Burner. These bikes are all from the same private collection, ladies and gentlemen, as you probably expect. Totally original bikes as well, so let's have a look. Lot 201, Raleigh Ultra Burner, no reserve whatsoever on these. First few lots. Interest here on commission, they're all round about the same money, they're all valuing it the same, so I'm straight in at 180, 190, 2 bid. At £200 bid at 200, 220. At £220 bid at 220 now. In the room at £220 bid. On the Raleigh Ultra Burner at £220 bid. Do we have £20 increments on there? At £220? Can we gonna get it? We're going to need them on these bikes. 240. No, you sure? I'll take a tenner from you. No, that's it. 260. £260 bid at 260. 280. At £280 bid at 280. 300. Still going at £300 bid at 300. 320. Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen in the room, if you fancy this one at £320 bid. All the activity on the World Wide Web now at 340. 360. At £360 bid now at 360. At £360. Coming in again if you like at 360. Finished and done then, are we? Absolutely sure. Fair warning. 380. Thank you. Against you in Nottinghamshire at £380 we have. Fill it up to 400 if you like. On the Ultra Burner at £380. You're absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen. 400, thank you. Back in Nottinghamshire at 400, 420, straight back at you. No longer your bid in Nottinghamshire, I'm afraid to say. At £420 bid at 420. At £420. Raleigh Ultra Burner, fair warning, 440. Still going at £440 bid now at 440. On the internet, ladies and gentlemen. Internet against internet bidding all the way there at 440. In Nottingham, 460. Still going at £460 bid now at 460. Finished and done then, are you at home? Fair warning from your auctioneer. Please look sharp with those bids. Don't want to miss your 480. At £480 bid now at 480. At 480. Fill it up to 500 at home. And if you're all wondering in the room why I'm looking at this girder, that's where our video feed is for the people at home. At £480, not gone crazy. At £480, bid at 480. Fill it up to 5. Fair warning. One last time. Selling away Nottinghamshire at 480. Sold away at 480. 1323. Okay, another similar lot. Next one's lot 202, Raleigh Chrome Burner, again from the same private collection. Lots of commission interest here. I'm in at 220 bid. At £220 bid with me at 220, 240, 260, 280, 300. No, at £300 bid at 300. At just 300, 320. We bidding, sir? 340. Got you now at 340 in the room. At 340, 360. What do you think, sir? 380. Thank you. Back in the room at £380 bid at 380. Against you at home. 4 bid. Thanks anyway for your bid, sir. Much appreciated. At £400 bid at 400. On the Chrome Burner, 420. Still going in Cheshire now at £420 bid at 420. Against you in the room. Just give me a shout if you change your mind. Currently at 420, 440. At 440 in Cheshire as well. 2 people in Cheshire, 460. At 460, 480. At 480 bid. Cheshire bidder there at £480. Fill it up to 500 at home if you like. At £480. Fair warning, 5 bid. At £500 bid now at 500. At just £500 on the Chrome Burner from 1983, 520, thank you. At £520 bid at 520. Have they run out of steam there, do you think? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hovering there, 540. At £540 bid at 540. Internet against internet bidding. Please bid quickly at home. Don't want to miss you. At £540. Fair warning to all those underbidders. 560, still going. Back in Cheshire at 560, 580. 2 bidders in Cheshire. At £580 bid at 580. Fill it up to 600, ladies and gentlemen at home if you want to. Or just give me a shout in the sale room if you want to come in. At £580 bid, 600. Still going at £600 bid at 600, 620. At £620 bid at 620. At £620, 640. Internet against internet. In Essex now, fresh bidder, 660. In Cheshire. At £660 bid at 660. Finished and done there now. He's absolutely sure at home. Fair warning again. 5 of you hovering away, 680. At £680, 700. At £700 bid now. It will stay in 20s though, Tom. At £700 bid. At £700. I know you did. At 700. At £700 only bid at 700. I told you we have that Vulcan mind meld, even though you didn't know what that meant. 740. At £740 bid now. Said yesterday to Thomas, we're having a Vulcan mind meld. He was like, what are you on about? At £740 only bid at 740. Come in again if you like. You have to be a certain age, don't you? At £740. Finished and done. Fair warning to all those underbids. 760. Please bid quickly at home. Look sharp with your bids. Don't want to miss you. At 780. Thank you. That's what I mean about bidding quickly. Back in Cheshire at £780. Against you in Essex at 780 I have. Fill it up to 800 or I will sell her away. Fair warning. One last time. 8 bid. At £800 bid at 800. 820. At 820. There's still 3 of you bidding away. We've got 2 customers in Cheshire. We've got another client in Essex. Currently, one of you in Cheshire is stood on at £820. At 820, finished and done. Fair warning to all those underbidders. Look sharp or I'm selling away at 8... Ooh, right on the hammer. 840. At £840 bid back in Essex. 860. In Cheshire. At £860 bid now at 860. Finished and done then. Absolutely sure at home. Fair warning. One last time. I'm selling her away at 860. Sold away at £860. 1072. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 203. 203. Raleigh Tough Burner this time. Let's have a look here. I'm in at 150, 160 at £160. Oh, okay, Thomas, this one's lit up the screen, hasn't it? You're at 350. 400. 450. 500. Wow. Okay, at £500. I was going to say you might need to step down a little. 520. At £520 bid now at 520. In Kent at 540. At £540 bid now at 540. At £540. Great colours, says my colleague Tom. At £540 bid at 540. 560. 580. 600. That's what I mean about bidding quickly. At £600 in Kent. At £600 bid now at 600. Coming in again, if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at £600. Raleigh Tough Burner this time from the same private collection at 6 bid. Is she worth another £20 note to anybody, either here in the sale room or around the globe, or I'll sell her away? What do you think, Tom? Oh, 620. There we go. At £620 bid at 620. In Dublin now, 640. Back in Kent at £640 bid at 640. At 640. Paul, I'll tell you what, we've missed a trick here. It should have been you and Steve. You know how we have on the video wall all the cars or the motorcycles running and riding? We should have had the pair of you cycling these round the estate.
Do you know what, mate? I used to have one of these, not a tough one, but a rally burner. I used to do my paper round on one of these.
Do you paper round?
This exact bike, but not with tough twos on.
Was that like just up to about 6 months ago? You were still doing the same paper round?
You can tell I've had a hard paper round. You can see that.
Yeah. So where are we? At £640 in Kent. Finished and done at home. Fair warning, selling away at 660. Paul, you've persuaded them. The paper round's persuaded you.
It's like a Z-list celebrity endorsement.
Yeah.
If it goes over 700, I will reenact a paper round scene with bag for the lucky buyer if it gets to 700 quid.
There you are. You heard it first here, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Cowland's going to reenact a paper round with the bag, and no doubt lots of copies of the Daily Mail. Other newspapers are available, of course. I have to mention, of course. But we're at 660, so you may not get your trip around the car park, I'm afraid to say. It's 660 pounds.
It's worth 700 all day long. All day long. Tough twos add at least a couple of hundred quid.
There we are. So currently we're in Dublin at £660. At 660. At £660 big. Coming in again, if you like, ladies and gentlemen, or I'll have to sell her and we'll all be very disappointed indeed. At 660, I'm selling. Sold away at 660. 1305. 1305. There we are. Let's have a look at lot 204. 204. It's the Raleigh Super Burner this time again. Let's have a look. Interest here with me starts your way at 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. Still with me. 190, 200. And 20 in the room. At 220 in the room. Still got you in the room at 220. Against you online at 220. 240, 260. 280. Nope, you're out. The paper boy's out. £300 only bid at 300. 320, 340. 360. 380. Just give me a shout if you want to come in, anybody at all. 380. 420. 440, 460, 480, 500, and 20, 540, 560, 580. Oh, come on, get this one up to 700, then we can get Paul Cowland on it. 6 a bid, at £600 bid at 600. In Nottinghamshire, Raleigh Super Burner at £600, only bid at 600. At 6 bid. Internet against internet bidding there in Nottinghamshire currently at £600. Finished and done at home, are we? Fair warning then, I will sell her away if that's all. Ooh, 620. At £620 bid now at 620. 640, still going at 640 in Nottinghamshire. Oh, I nearly said 660 then. I was expecting it to come through at £640 bid. At 640. Finished and done then, are we, ladies and gentlemen? You're absolutely sure at home on the Raleigh Super Burner at £640. Last chance, last roll of the dice. Selling away then at 640. Sold away at £640. 1323. 1323. Lot 205, ladies and gentlemen, 205 is a Raleigh chopper. It's the Mark II flavour of this one. From the same private collection. Let's have a look. I've got 380, 4 bid at just £400 bid with me at 400. At £400 against you all on the Raleigh Chopper Mark II at just £400. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen, just 400 bid. 20 if you like anywhere else at £400, 420, 440. 460, 480, 5 if you like, sir. 5 bid, provisionally selling at £500 in the room. 520 internet. It's against you, I'm afraid. At £520 I have bid. On the World Wide Web at 520. On the Mark II chopper, 540. Back in our room at £540. You're out, ladies and gentlemen at home. 560. You're out at £560 bid now at 560. On the World Wide Web there at £560. See, you're still hovering away at £560 bid. At 560, got you. At 560 bid. Just as well you know what you're doing, Thomas. At £560. At 560, eh? No, it's okay. 560 bid. Finished and done. Provisionally submitting the bid. We're not on outright sale, ladies and gentlemen, but I will submit the bid at £560 if that's all we're going to see. Provisional at 560. 7024 provisional. Here we go. Lot 206, 206 Raleigh Chopper Mark 1 from the same private collection. George has just informed me in his shop back in the day, in what was this, 1970 did they come out, or was it 71? 1970. These were the recommended retail price, £35 back in the day. There we go. Mark 1 Raleigh Chopper this time. Part of the same private collection. Interest here starts you at 800, 850, 950 bid. At £950 bid now at 950 on commission, ladies and gentlemen, at 950. 1,000. I've got I'll stay in 50s if that's all right. 1,050 bid. At £1,050 bid at 1,050 against you. 1,150. Still with me at £1,150 bid at 1,150. 1,250 at £1,250 bid at 1,250. Against you at home at 1,250 bid. 1,300 if you like at home at 1,250 bid with me. 1,300. My commissions are out now, ladies and gentlemen. Provisionally selling at £1,300 on the World Wide Web. 1,350 telephone now with George at 1,350. 1,400. At 1,450, telephone bidder at 1,450. Against you at home, I'm afraid to say, on George's telephone, 15 bid. At £1,500 bid now at 1,500. Mark 1 Chopper here, 1,550. Still going on the telephone at £1,550 bid. Against you at home. Make no mistake at all, at 1,550 I've got bid. On the telephone with George, and it's against you at home. On the Mark 1 Chopper at 1,550. Bit better than £35, George, isn't it? At £1,550. We're on outright sale. Thanks very much indeed there, Tim, on the provisionals desk at 1,550. Outright sale, if that sharpens your pencil at home, no longer provisional. I'm selling her to the telephone bidder. Against you all in the room as well at £1,550. Sold away on the telephone at 1,550. 2014. Thank you on the telephone. Right, okay, here we go. Now we've got the engines on them, so we don't have to pedal quite as hard, do we? Lot 207, it's the 1984 Honda CG125E. It's a project bike, this one, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't look too shabby to me, though, I'll be honest with you. Very simple project. Comes to us from long-term dry storage. Needs full restoration and recommissioning before you can get her on the road, of course. But that's all the part of the fun, of course. No reserve whatsoever. I'm in at, let's have a look. Well, I've got a couple of bids exactly bang on. I've got £200 to start you. At £200 bid with me at 200. On the Honda CG125E at £200 bid at 200. Now, I will sell her away. Very, very little money for a project, ladies and gentlemen, at £200. Next bid's 250 if you want to come in. Currently at £200 bid, 250. I'm out now. Give me a shout in the room if you want to come in at £250. Bid on the World Wide Web. Project bike here, selling away at £250. You're absolutely sure everywhere else in the sale room? At £250. Selling her then on the internet to a gentleman or lady in Staffordshire against my commission interest at £250. She's going. Sold away at £250. 7659. Did somebody bid late there, Thomas? Okay, so just so that we all understand ourselves at home, people that come to the sale room regularly understand this. Once the hammer's down, that's it. It's sold. We don't reoffer it. There's no point bidding once I've actually put the hammer down. We give you plenty of time there. We're in £50 increments, so I'm sorry to have a go at you straight away. Normally it's later on in the sale. But please look sharp with your bids. Please bid quickly. We don't want to miss you. We're not doing it deliberately, but it's up to you to join in and bid accordingly. Okay, so next lot is lot 208. 208 in your catalogues is the 2002 Suzuki GSXR 1000. It's an original one owner from new superbike, this one. MOT to July next year with no advisories on that MOT, showing round about 49,000 miles. Always dry stored. No damage to the chassis or frame on the original panels and original paintwork as well. Great bike here with good tyres. Can hear the internet pinging away. You're at £1,000 in County Durham. I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint you in County Durham. I've got 1,200, 1,500, 1,800, 2,200. At £2,200 bid at 2,200. At £2,200 bid. 2,400. All my commissions are out at 2,400 bid now. On the Suzuki GSXR at £2,400 bid. Just give me a shout, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to come in. Next bid's 2,600. Currently selling away on the World Wide Web. In Cheshire, someone who's come to view the bike, no doubt, seeing as they're in Cheshire at £2,400. Finishing done, absolutely sure. Fair warning then, selling her away at £2,400 on the internet against my commission. Sold away at 2,400 this time. 9103. Sold away. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, lot 209 in your catalogues is the 1973. Here's a very bonny bike, isn't it? 1973 Suzuki RV125 in superb original condition. This one showing a little under 5,000 miles. Starts easily, runs and rides lovely. So the boys in the motorcycle department tell me on 2 good tyres as well. Interest here on the Suzuki starts you at 1,000, 1,100, 12 bid at 1,200, 1,300 and 50. 14 if you like. 1,400 and 50. 1,500, I'm out at £1,500 bid in the room. It is your bid, sir. I won't take you twice. Lots of our competitors do that game, but I don't. 1,600, 1,700 in the room against you. We had 1,700 bid here, but I'll take you, sir. 1,800, 1,900. At 1,900, still your bid, sir, at £1,900. Like I said, I don't take you twice. At 19 bid. Against you on the telephone, George. 2,000, 2,100. At £2,100 bid at 2,100. Still in our room, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,100 bid. 2-2. Internet. In Limerick, in Ireland, you're against 2-3. Thank you, sir. Still in our sale room at £2,300 bid at 2,300. Still against you, George. Just let me know when you want to jump in. Okay, 2,400. 2-5. Thank you, sir. You're still out in Limerick at £2,500. I have bid in our sale room at £2,500 bid now. On the RV125 at £2,500. 2-6. Back in Limerick. 2-7. Thank you, sir. Still with you in our sale room at £2,700 bid. At £2,700. You're still out in Limerick, I'm afraid to say it. 2,700. Finished and done then, are we? 2-8. 2-9. Thank you, sir. Fill it up to 3,000 back in Limerick. Currently in our sale room at £2,900 bid. At £2,900 bid at 2-9. Against you in Limerick. Absolutely sure. Fair warning then. Last chance. Fair warning from your auctioneer. One last time. I'm selling away in the sale room at 2-9. On the hammer, sir. 3,000. You need to have a word with Thomas. I was trying to get the hammer down there for you. That's Thomas's fault. He'll have a word with the outside, he's just said. At 3,000, 3-1. Back in the sale room at 3,100. Please bid quickly in Limerick, just to be fair to our gentleman in the room. Fair warning, one last time, I'm selling away at £3,100. We got you there eventually, sir. 31284. Thank you, 284. £3,100 sold away. Sold away. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 210 in your catalogue, and it's the 1999 Yamaha YZF 600R Thundercat, and it's over to Steve and Paul.
Thank you, Jules. So, as we know, my learned colleague Steve is obsessed with the 90s. Thundercats were big in the 90s, both the cartoon and the motorbike. This, you were saying earlier, this was your go-to. You had one of these.
I did.
This was the bike you always jumped on for whatever it was you needed to do.
Yeah, I had a garage full of exotic, mainly Italian stuff, which would occasionally work, but at the back was one of these, a 600 Yamaha Thundercat, the 90s incarnation of what we call the universal Japanese motorcycle, something that you can use to go to work. You could go to the other end of Europe on it, it'd start, nothing to break, nothing to fall off. Wouldn't exactly set your pants on fire, but I keep coming back to this bike and looking at it because I cannot believe the condition. The condition is incredible. 12,000 miles, you can see a bit of wear around the ignition and just on the tank here.
That's it, isn't it?
But the guy who owned this was obviously obsessive about maintaining it and cleaning it. You won't find a cleaner bike in here. And by the way, I reckon he put an aftermarket exhaust on it the day he bought it.
Because
he's put the original back on and it is brand new. You won't find another one of these in this sort of condition because they got used and abused and high mileage. 12,000 from new, a bike. I don't think it's going to sell for a ton of money, but however much it sells for, I think it's going to be an absolute bargain.
I think you're right, mate. It says 12,000 on the Odo. Jules, it looks like it's done 1,200. Let's see what it's worth.
I know, this is in phenomenal condition, isn't it? I mean, find another in this condition. It's just going to be absolutely impossible. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Look, 210, the Thundercat from 1997. March next year, the MOT. Starts and runs well. Good tyres. Both the boys really like this one. I'm sure you do at home and in the sale room. Interest here on commission starts your way at 800, 850, 900 and 50 bid. I've got £1,000 in the room. Sorry about that, Thomas, at £1,000. I'm out. Gentleman's bid in the room. I've disappointed him twice on the two-wheel pedal cycles, so I'm not going to disappoint him again. At £1,000 bid in the room at 1,000. At £1,000 against you at home. At £1,000 bid. Cracking bike here at £1,000 bid in our sale room at £1,000 only bid. Next bid's 1,100 at home. Look sharp with your bids or I will sell her away. Gentleman's bid in our sale room at just £1,000. You're absolutely sure. 1,100, 1,200. Thank you, sir. At £1,200 bid now at 1,200. You're still out at home. Please bid quickly at home. You've seen how it works at 1,200 bid. Finish and done. Fair warning. One last time from your auctioneer. Selling away this fabulous low mileage Thundercat. 1,300, 1,400. Still with you, sir, in our sale room at 14 bid. At £1,400 bid at 1,400. Against you at home. I'll take 1,450 if that'll help them, Tom. At £1,400 bid. Absolutely sure at home. Can't be fairer than that, can we? We've dropped down to £50 increments. Selling away then. In the sale room, fair warning, one last time, 1,450, 1,500. Still with you, sir, at 15 bid. At £1,500 bid. Again, please look sharp at home. Finished and done then, are we? Selling away in the sale room on the Thundercat at £1,500. 1,550, 1,600. Thank you, sir. At £1,600 bid at 1,600. I think we're dealing with an eBay bidder who leaves it to the last second. At £1,600 bid in our sale room against you at home. Fair warning, one last time, one last roll of the dice. Selling away at 1,600. Yours, sir, at 1,600. Thank you. 283, 283. Sold away at £1,600. Great bike there. Great bike. Lot 211, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another great bike. 1997 Moto GP, the California 1100 EV. Running and riding, requires MOTing, showing a little under 45,000 miles. Shaft drive on these, of course. 5-speed box with the panniers there and the touring screen. Nice piece of kit here. Just needs a little bit of TLC and recommissioning for the road. Full history with her up to 2017. Interest here on the Moto GP starts your way at 1,100, 1,200 and 50 bid. At £1,250 bid with me at 1,250. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at 1,250. 1,300. Thank you, sir. 30. I've taken the gentleman in the room at 13. I've got 1,350. 14 if you like, sir. Currently at 1,350. 1,400 on the internet. And 50 with me. 1,500 if you like in the room, sir, or indeed at home. I've got 1,450 bid. 1,500. I'm out now at 1,500 bid in the room now, Thomas, against your clients. Taking the gentleman at the back. He was just a bit quicker than you at home at £1,500 bid. Against you on the World Wide Web, provisionally selling. Sharp-looking bike here with a little bit of TLC. You'll be very, very pleased with this one, I can assure you. At £1,500 bid, right at the back of the shop. At 1,500. Against you online. Make no mistake whatsoever, I'm submitting the bid. At £1,500 in the room then. It's provisional. Yours, sir, we'll try for you. It's provisional at this moment. Just need your paddle number 298. 298. £1,500 provisional. Our provisional bid team will be on that straight away. They'll get back to you as soon as we've spoken to the owner. We'll see what we can do for you. Lot 212, 212 in your catalogue. This time it's the 1994 Ducati. It's the 600 SS. Very low mileage here, ladies and gentlemen. 7,773, it says in my notes here. Last serviced only 110 miles ago at 7,665 miles last year. So covered very, very low mileage. Clearly been very well looked after this, the Ducati SS. 4-stroke twin cylinders, these, of course. Very low mileage. Starts first time. Recent tyres on her as well. Very well documented bike. Paperwork comes with her. Interest here starts your way at 1,011 bid. At just £1,100 bid. Ducati 600 SS at £1,100 with microscopic mileage. At £1,100 only bid at 1,100. 12, I've taken the gentleman in the room at 1,200. I've got 50. 13 if you like, sir. 1,300 online. I'll take 50 from you. My commission's out at 1,350. 1,400. 50 if you like again in the room. Thanks anyway for your bid, sir. At £1,400 I've got in Lancashire currently at 1,400. On the 600 SS Ducati, 1,450. In Cheshire at 1,500 now. Back in Lancashire. Oh, Lanarkshire. Sorry, I do apologise. I need a new pair of glasses, of course. Do apologise there in Lanarkshire. At £1,500 bid at 1,500. And 50. At £1,550 bid now. You're out in the sale room still. On the Ducati 600 SS at 1,550 bid. And it is provisional. Submitting the bid at 1,550. Sharp looking machine here. At 1,550. 16 bid. Back in Lanarkshire at £1,600 bid at 1,600. We'll stay in those £50 increments for you at home, ladies and gentlemen, or indeed in the sale room, 1,650 in Cheshire. At £1,650 bid. In Cheshire, ladies and gentlemen, at 1,650. 1,700. Back in Lanarkshire at £1,700 bid at 1,700. Still provisional. At £1,700 bid now at 1,700. On the 600 SS. Very low mileage. Very low mileage. June next year, the MOT starts first time. Recent tyres on her as well at £1,700. Can we tempt you for another £50 note anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, around the globe? Currently with you on the World Wide Web in Lanarkshire at £1,700, and it is provisional. Finished and done then. Absolutely sure. Last chance at home at £1,700. I'm submitting the bid. We will try for you in Lanarkshire at £1,700. Currently provisional, but we are not a million miles away from the reserve. 9161. We'll get an answer for you as soon as we possibly can. Thank you at home. Lot 213, 1988 Honda. It's the NSR 250 this time. Two-stroke. Still has her original fairings, ladies and gentlemen. New plugs fitted, it says here in my notes. Starts, runs and rides great, according to the boys in the motorcycle department. Tiger exhaust, sounds brilliant. Good tyres on her as well. There we are. Interest here on the NSR 250 starts your way at 22, 24, 26, 28 at £2,800 bid. Commission interest on my book, ladies and gentlemen, £2,800. Fill it up to 3,000 if you like, at 3,000. I'm still in, Tom. I've got 3-2 at £3,200 bid at 3,200. On the NSR 250 at £3,200 bid. It's against you in our sale room, ladies and gentlemen, against you around the globe at 3,200. Another sharp-looking bike. 27,000 kilometres, that's all she's covered. June next year, the MOT at £3,000 bid with me at 3. Coming in again, if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at just £3,000, or I'll take 3-2, sorry about that, 3-2. I'll take 3-3 if that'll help them, Thomas. At £3,200 bid at 3,200. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at just 3,200. Against you at home, make no mistake at all, at £3,200 bid. Finished and done. It is provisional. 3-3, my commissions are out now at 3-3 in Merseyside at 3,300. Again, probably come to view the car, the bike, get it right, Julian, we did the cars yesterday. At £3,300 bid now. With you in Merseyside, it is provisional. Submitting the bid, finished and done then at 3,300. We will try for you in Merseyside at 3. Outright sale. You bought it in Merseyside. We just had word off the vendor. Thanks very much indeed on the provisionals decks. 3,300 sold away. 8989, what a great bike for 3,300. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 214. 214 is the 2009 Ducati Sport 1000S, no less. And I can see they're champing at the bit, our motorcycle men. Over to you, Paul and Steve.
Well, Steve, there's bikes that transcend. As you know, I am the biking novice of this partnership. You are the authority, the doyen. I am learning, but even I know with my scant knowledge, this bike is very good news. This transcends into the car world. This is the two-wheeled Ferrari, isn't it, this?
Yeah, very much so, and it was a time, it pains me to think that this is 15 years ago, because in my head it's 10 minutes ago that this bike came out.
And to be fair, looking at the condition of this one, Fraser, come in, look at the headstock and everything, this bike looks like it was made 15 minutes ago, doesn't it?
Well, it's got 1 mile on it.
That's why.
Somebody bought this 15 years ago, and probably, this is what I'm imagining, thought, this is such a beautiful motorcycle, I'm just going to put it in my man cave or in the living room.
Or she shed, because it's 2024, and girls can have bikes too.
Yeah, they can, but probably not this one. We'll see. I'll tell you what, if a woman wants to prove me wrong, then get bidding and buy it, because you won't find another. This is when Ducati they experienced a lot of success in what we might call the modern era, but they were saying to the motorcycle world, the rest of the motorcycle world, hey, we've not just popped up 5 minutes ago. Back in the day, we were winning championships and races. They brought out 3 bikes. The Mike Hellwood, the MHR-E Mike Hellwood replica, the second version of that. There was a bike called the Paul Smart replica, British racer, sadly deceased recently. Barry Sheen's brother-in-law he was as well. And they brought out this one, which for me was the prettiest of the 3. A unique opportunity to own this bike. You could just look at it, but to ride, absolutely fantastic.
Do you know what I think? All these things, all these collections, cars, bikes that have the 1 mile, the 2 miles that have sat in a collection, wouldn't it be fun? Because we're only here once, as you say, to recommission this, use it sparingly, add a few miles. You probably won't make any money if you do that, but who cares? You'll keep your money, you'll have a load of fun, and it's the equivalent of going into a Ducati showroom 15 years ago and buying it brand new. You can't do that.
No. Like we say, a unique opportunity, and I'm sure that somebody will want to buy this bike, and I do hope that they also want to ride this bike.
So there you go. Buy it, ride it, keep it nice, but have some fun with it. Jules, what's it worth?
Well, we're about to find out, aren't we, gentlemen? Thanks very much indeed for that. Lot 214, Ducati Sport 1000S from 2009. Like the boys have told you, it's got 1 mile on it, just 1 mile. V-twin motor, stunning machine in superb condition, of course. One of the last off the line, registered but never seen the road. Just 1 mile on her. Interest here starts your way at 12, 13 and a half, 14 bid. At £14,000 bid with me at 14,000. At 14 bid on commission, ladies and gentlemen, against you all in the room and against you around the globe at £14,000. At 14 bid, I'll take 14.5, 15,000. 500. I'm out now at £15,500 bid in the room at 15,500. Anybody know what these were new? The price of them new, Steve? Do you know how much the price is when this was new? If we did go back in time in the TARDIS to the Ducati showroom in 2009, what do you think they would be charging us?
Well, thanks for putting me on the spot, Jules. I'm
great
idea.
at doing that.
Having plied my trade in the 4th estate for the last 30 years,
okay.
I've got used to people giving me things which are then given back when I've worn out the brake pads and the tyres, as many of them will be able to tell you. So I'm not that great on prices, unfortunately.
You know, mate, you've seen him at the bar. He never pays for anything. He hasn't got a clue.
I didn't want to...
They just arrive on a trailer.
I didn't want to put that out there into the internet, but there you go, you have. But yeah, thanks very much indeed for zero knowledge. 15 and a half. I didn't mean that, of course. The man's got knowledge coming out of his ears. At £15,500 bid, finished and done. Absolutely sure against you around the globe at 15,500. It is your bid, sir. We're submitting it at 15,500. Provisional 369 at 15.5. 369, 15,500. Provisional. Sold away. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 215, 1982 Suzuki GS650G. Partly completed race bike project there, part of a deceased estate. Let's have a look. Has the electric and kickstart on this one. Quite a bonny looking thing, isn't it? 5-speed gearbox, shaft drive on it, no reserve whatsoever. Interest here starts your way at 800, 900, 1,000. At £1,000 bid with me at just 1,000. Absolutely for nothing there, surely. The GS650G at £1,000. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at just £1,000. Against you all in the room at £1,000 bid. Against you at home as well at just £1,000. Partly completed project, 1,100 internet, 1,200. Still with me, Thomas. Still on my commission book at £1,200 bid now at 1,200. On commission, against you all, ladies and gentlemen, at 12 bid. At £1,200 bid at 1,200. I'll take 50 if that'll help them, Thomas. Nice project here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks quite a good-looking bike, doesn't she? GS650G at £1,200 bid with me at 1,200. No reserve whatsoever, remember. We were on sale from the first bid at £1,200. 50 if you like anywhere else, or I will sell her away. Fair warning, one last time. Please look sharp if you want to come in at £1,200. I'm selling on commission. Sold away at £1,200. Let's have a look. That is 3068. Sold away at 1,200. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 216. 216. It's the 1997 Ducati 916 by Posto. showing around about 4,500 miles. It doesn't have a current MOT, but it has not covered any miles. We've checked that out. On the last MOT, it's the same recorded mileage. V-twin motor, original bike, in superb condition, this one, the Ducati, with the original toolkit as well. Interest here starts your way at 6.5, 6.8, 7 bid at £7,000. Bid with me at 7,000. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at just £7,000. Great bike here for very little money. I can assure you, at just £7,000. Next bid 7.2 if you want to come in. Maiden commission interest then at £7,000. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at just 7,000. I will submit the bid rather reluctantly, but at £7,000 I have. Say 200 if you like anywhere else. 7.2, 7.5, still with me at £7,500 bid. It's against you at home, I'm afraid to say. At 7,500, another really sharp-looking bike, very low mileage. The 916 by Posto at 7,500. Say 7.8 if you like at home. Currently at £7,500 bid. Against you at home at 7,500. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen. Great bike here. Like I said, looks very good value to your auctioneer at just £7,500. At 7,500, you're out at home at 7,500. Finished and done. I will submit the bid if that's all we're going to see. Absolutely sure in the sale room. You're sure at home as well. At 7,800, I'm out now. At £7,800 bid, provisional with you at home. In Gloucestershire at £7,800. On the 916 at 7,800, finished and done. Fill it up to 8 if you like anywhere else, or I'll submit the bid with you in Gloucestershire at £7,800 only. Provisional at 7,800. Provisional. 9057. Thanks, Thomas. See what we can do for you there at home. We'll let you know as soon as we've spoken to the owner. Lot 217, 217. Oh, here's one of my favourite bikes actually in the sale, this one. The 1977 BMW R90S. Good looking machine here, showing round about 28,000 miles. 2 owners from new. Comes to us from long-term dry storage, powder-coated frame. All the panels are original. Original paintwork on this one. Panniers and the inner bags for the pannier as well. What an original motorcycle this one is, the R90S. Like I said, one of my favourites in the sale, this one. Got commission interest again, as you'd expect, ladies and gentlemen. I've got 3,000, 3,2, 3,4, 3,6 at £3,600 bid with me at 3,600. Great period colour here on the BMW R90S at £3,600 bid at 3,600. 3,8, 4,000. Still with me at £4,000 bid at 4,000. You're out in the room. At £4,000 I have bid. On my commission book then at £4,000 on the BMW. Thanks for your bid anyway. 4.2, sir. I've got 4.3, 4.4 if you like. 4.4, I'm out at £4,400 bid in our sale room now. On the R90S, you're still out as well at £4,400 bid. Gentleman's bid in the room. Against my commission interest, I'm submitting the bid. Stay in £100 increments if you like. At £4,400. Finished and done an hour. You're absolutely sure, and it is provisional. At £4,400 in the sale room. Oh, 4.5, right at the death there, sir. 4.6. Back in our sale room. No longer your bid in Devon. 4,600 with a gentleman in the room that's come to view the bike. Remember, at £4,600. Against you in Devon. Like I said, this is one of my favourites in the sale. Real sharp looking R90S. All the kits on her with the panniers at 4,600. Bid in the room. Against you in Devon. Fair warning. One last time from your auctioneer. Submitting the bid then at £4,600. We will try for you, sir. 282. 282, £4,600. Did the bid again? Again, in Devon, I'm really sorry to have a go at you again, but this applies to everybody who's bidding. Don't leave it to the last possible second. We don't reopen them. It's with the gentleman in the room at £4,600. So he gets first shout at that particular bike. It is provisional. Please bid sharply at home. Lot 218, 218, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 1971 BSA Rocket 3, and again, it's over to Steve Berry and Paul Cowland.
Thank you very much, Jules. Well, I'm just admiring this. This is lovely. It's been with the current owner for a very, very long time. And it is...
Well, he could have cleaned it.
Well, I think that adds to the charm, because not only is it perfectly patinated, but you get to polish in the value. And we all know with cars and bikes where you've got good bones, this is an MOT-exempt bicycle, you can go through, as you were just saying now, with your toothbrush and your autosol, you could polish in 500 quid to this bike.
I'm not having a go at the previous owner at all. It's, you know, we have a journey with motorcycles, and for whatever reason, they end up in this slightly neglected state. But
Careworn. I'm saying it's
I'm
careworn.
just imagining the fun and games that I would have in my garage, in my man shed, with a toothbrush and some Solvo. Steve Wright. Oh, we can't have Steve Wright. What a shame. How many hours of pleasure in the shed with Steve Wright and brushing away and just getting this bike, because otherwise it's absolutely fantastic. Look at the seat cover.
It's lovely.
Look at the chrome here on the tank.
A fabulous colour as well.
Oh, it's
I would
amazing.
say the best colour.
I say it all the time, but this is from that era. The Japanese were up and coming, and we thought, we've got to sell to the Americans. What do the Americans like? They like two-tone paint. They like shiny chrome. But they're not mugs. They also like fantastic performance, and this bike had fantastic performance, and I think perhaps the best name ever in motorcycling.
Rocket.
The Rocket 3. Come on, what a
So how did they have it first, then Triumph had it after? Because Triumph took that name, didn't they, for their bike? How did they nick that name?
Mate, the complicated demise of the once great British motorcycle industry is far too complicated and complex for us to expand upon in this brief window of time. I'll tell you all about it one day, but it's sad and it was inevitable. Well, maybe it wasn't inevitable, but some of the last bikes that were made by the likes of BSA, Norton and Triumph in their previous guys were some of the best bikes they made, and this is one of them. Fantastic.
And now you get to buy it, you get to add the value, you get to recommission it, and there's even a spare set of forks to allow you to have a choice and get it absolutely perfect. So, Jules, what is this beautiful bike worth?
Well, again, we're about to find out. Thanks very much indeed, gentlemen. BSA Rocket 3 from 1971, just 2 owners. Can you imagine that? 2 owners from new, showing only 7,277 miles. It's 754-stroke, inline triple 4-speed gearbox, complete up and running bike here. Second set of forks, as Paul's just said with the bike. Let's have a look here. I've got commission interest at 3.2, 3.4, 3.6, at £3,600 bid with me at 3,600. On the BSA Rocket 3 at £3,600 bid. Against you all, 3.8, 4,000. 4.2, 4.3, 4.4 if you like, sir. 4.4 bid, I'm out. At £4,400 bid at 4,400. Great bike here. Very low mileage. 2 owners from new at £4,400 bid in our sale room. At £4,400 bid. Coming in again if you like. I'll take another 100 if you like off the internet there, Tom. At £4,400 bid. On the BSA Rocket 3 at £4,400. Absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen, at Tom. At 4,405, fresh bidder. 4.6 on the internet, shaking your head, thanks, sir. At 4.6, I've got in Leicestershire. It's against you, sir. 4.7, thank you. Back in our sale room at £4,700 bid at 4,700. Against you at Tom at £4,700 bid. Gentleman's bid in the room, standing right beside the bike at 4.8. Back on the World Wide Web in Cornwall, 4.9. Thank you, sir. At 4,900 bid at 4,900. At £4,900 bid. Fill it up to 5,000 if you like in Cornwall. Currently at 4,900 with a gentleman in the room. 5 bid. I will stay in those £100 increments for you, sir. Currently at £5,000. We're on outright sale. It's against you, sir. 5.1. Thank you. At £5,100 bid. Outright sale. No longer provisional. At £5,100 bid. In the room. At 5,100. Against you in Cornwall. 5.2. Cornwall bidder at 5,200. It's against you, sir. Steve, just tell that gentleman to bid again. At £5,300 bid at 5.3. You need a bit of gentle persuasion. 5.4. At £5,400 bid at 5.4. 5.5. Thank you, sir. At £5,500 bid at 5,500. Back in our sale room. You're out in Cornwall. Still out in Cornwall at 5,500. BSA Rocket 3. Selling away at 5,500. 5.6. Back in Cornwall. He's persistent. Are you sure, sir? I'll take £50 from you. Don't let him walk away at £5,600. I'll take another £50 note. 5,650. Thank you, sir. 5,650 bid. What a nice bike. At 5,650. 5.7. They're very persistent in Cornwall. Thanks anyway for coming back in. We're sorry to disappoint you. At 5,700 bid. At 5,700. Another £50 if you like, sir. Just give me a shout if you change your mind before I put the hammer down. At £5,700, selling away on the World Wide Web at 5,700. Sold away at £5,700. 8898. Thanks very much indeed at home. Well done in Cornwall. Commiserations in the sale room. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 219, 219. Here we are. Here's an interesting bike. Here's an interesting bike, and I am just going to ask Steve, did you have a good look at this 1961 Triton 6T? Because I've got 1,000,001. Well, not 1,000,001, but I must have 15 commission bids on this one before we get it going, the Triton 6T.
Fantastic bike, Jules. It's, you know, if you, like me, know anything or are a fan of that British bike culture, the ton-up boys, the coffee bar cowboys, the rockers, the mods and rockers era, that bike not only has the right spec and all the right gear on it, and a beautiful alloy tank which would cost you a king's ransom to replicate today.
Yep.
The patina, I know we say this in this game, but the patina on that particular bike is absolutely perfection. You could rock up at the Ace Cafe reunion on that, where there's going to be all kinds of bikes like that one, and that one's going to get the attention from the lads because they know that it's spot on.
This bike's got a 60-year story behind it, hasn't it? That's the thing that I find fascinating about it.
Absolutely, yeah. It's part of our culture, our British motorcycle culture and also youth culture. And alongside the BSA Gold Star, the Triton was the bike to have. All you'd need with that, Jules, is the black leather Lewis Lightning jacket, the white silk scarf, and the jet helmet with the barrefolded goggles. And you get a rocker bird on the, well, not on the back of that, she'd struggle to squeeze on there in no time.
Thanks for that, Steve. Well, everybody, like I said, I've got 15 commission bids here, so everybody else has dialed into this one as well. Clearly something special. Thanks very much indeed. Interest here on commission. Bearing in mind I've got so many of them, I will defer to the internet to see where that is, because that's been pinging away as well while you've been giving us that information. Thomas is at £4,000. I've got 4,2, 4,4, 4,6, 4,8 at £4,800 bid with me. 5,200. Still with me at £5,200 bid at 5,2. Still on my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at £5,200 on the Triton 6T. 4-stroke twin, 750cc, 5-speed manual, has a transferable registration number as well. You would not want to take it off this particular bike, but it is transferable. Does need recommissioning at £5,200 bid with me at 5,200. No reserve whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. This is how to sell your bikes at no reserve. 15 commission bids here at £5,200 bid. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at just £5,200. Last chance, please look sharp. I'll take 5,300 if that'll help anybody else, or I'm selling away on commission on my book then at 5,200. You finish, oh, 5,300 right at the death in Merseyside. I've got 5,400. Still with me at 5,400. I'll take 5,500 from you in Merseyside. Great bike. Steve's told you all about it. At £5,500, surely wear, or I'll sell away on my commission book at 5,400 against you in Merseyside. Fair warning, one last time, selling away at £5,400, sold away at 5,400 on commission. Let's have a look. That's his 3068. 3068. Sorry to disappoint every man and his dog there on my commission book. That's the way it goes with the best bikes. Lot 220 is the 1966, beg your pardon, Ducati Monza. It's the 160 Stage 1 Cafe Racer. Built with love, it says here in our notes. Built with love, but I can certainly tell you there's been no expense spared on this one. Showing 280 miles, that's all, since its rebuild. Starts, runs and rides. Very well documented bike as well, the Ducati Monza. I'm in at 3,2, 3,4, 3,6 at £3,600 bid at 3,600. On the Ducati Monza, Stage 1 Cafe Racer, no less, at 3,600. Maiden commission bids with me at £3,600 bid at 3,600. It's against you all, ladies and gentlemen, at just 3,600. Absolutely sure in the sale room. Leaving it behind then. Leaving it behind at home as well at 3,600 I have. Ducati Cafe Racer at £3,600. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at 3,600. Finished and done then, are we? No interest from me in the room. No further interest at home at 3,800. I'm out at £3,800 bid in the room. At £3,800 on the Cafe Racer, ladies and gentlemen, at 3,800. Fill it up to 4 if you like anywhere else, or I'm submitting the bid at £3,800 in our sale room then, against my commission at 3,800. 369 at £3,800. We will try for you. Provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue is lot 221. 221 is the 1978 Yamaha RD250. Really sharp-looking Yamaha here. I can see it right in the centre there. Really stands out in yellow. Great period colour. Very easy project, this one. Not in bad condition at all. Showing round about 4,500 miles. It's the two-stroke parallel twin 6-speed box on this one. She's been a UK bike from new. Low mileage. Interest here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well, you've got 1,500. Okay, Thomas likes to look at what my commission bids may be because he takes it personally. He's very competitive on the internet for you all the time. He likes to win for you. So we got £1,500 in Lancashire, but I've got I'll have to put them up quite quickly. I've got 1,800, 2,000, 2,200, 2,500, 2,600 at £2,600 bid with me at 2,600. At £2,600 bid, provisional, unless the owner's in and wants me to put it on outright sale. We're very close to their reserve. We're on a sale. Thanks very much indeed. At £2,600 bid with me at 2,600. 2,700. Thank you, sir. I'm out at £2,700. Gentleman's bid in the room. Taking the gentleman in the room before you at home. Sorry about that, Thomas. He was just a little bit quicker there on the back of the seated area. At 2,700. My commissions are out and we're on outright sale. Make no mistake whatsoever. Really sharp looking RD250. Nice, easy project for you. No further interest at home. Fair warning one last time at 2,700. Yours, sir, at 2,700. Good bike there. 290. 290. Sold away at 2,700. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, move on in our catalogue. Here's a very special bike again, lot 222. It's the 1988 Suzuki RG500 Gamma. What do you make of this one, gentlemen?
Well, Steve's just been filling me in on the amazing history of this bike. This is the everyman superbike, isn't it? The last gasp of the two-strokes.
Yeah, this is a bike. They often talk about race replicas and say that, oh yeah, this is the road-going version of. This really was. I mean, this was 500 cc's of two-stroke, explosive two-stroke performance. After this, four-strokes come in to dominate the road bike market. I don't know if Suzuki ever made a single yen on these. It was just one of those, they call them halo cars or halo bikes now, don't they? They made this and they said, look what we can do. And we can make it so that it's a regular road bike with a warranty and you just take it for a servicing every 10,000
And you can take your
miles.
mate.
You can take somebody on the back of these, but I ask you, Paul, would you want to put your foot there and your bottom there?
I don't think this optional seat has had much action, I really don't. I think this was running race mode most of the time.
It's amazing to see one in this condition because, like the aforementioned, well, the Sierra Cosworth, the lads bought these and they got used. I mean, nobody bought this and pootle. There's no point pootling around on one of these because it doesn't start to get in the power and start to set your trousers on fire until the revs rise and it starts to howl out of these pipes. Back in the day, I mean, pipes that exited there was really radical.
But the whole
was like,
design of it.
The exhaust. Oh, yeah.
It's a very good looking bike, isn't it? And also, I couldn't be happy with the condition because to me, this looks incredibly original. This doesn't look like a restoration. You've got the odd little tiny mark. It's careworn, but for me, again, it's usable, it's rideable. It's something that you could both enjoy in a collection and have a bit of fun with.
I tell you what, if we could only start it, the bids would come flying in because people would hear the crackle of that square four 500cc two-stroke engine and they just get bidding.
Would you have this in the Berry collection?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. And on that bombshell, literally, Jules, what's it worth?
Well, let's find out again, gentlemen. Thanks very much indeed for that. I think it would be a good idea, mine, to start a few of these up. That has crossed my mind before. You know the ones that really have a distinctive sound?
Bit of carbon monoxide. Also, that would help the bidders, you know, to just
That's
expand
right,
their minds a little bit.
Well, absolutely. As they slowly go unconscious, we can just raise their bidding paddle.
Exactly that,
You know what I mean?
We'll just get them to that point where they're hallucinating and then, well, this is a great price.
Great price. Yeah, you'll never get this price again. Here we are, lot 222, the Gamma RG500 race replica. August next year, the MOT, showing round about 17,000 miles. Very well documented bike again, as you would expect, of course, with these. Original owner's manual with a interest here with me. Starts your way at 12, 13, 14 bid. At £14,000 bid with me at 14,000. On the Gamma, ladies and gentlemen, at just £14,000 bid. On commission at 14 bid. 15,500. 16 if you like, sir. 16 bid, I'm out. Commissions are out again at £16,000 bid in the room. Absolutely cracking bike here. at £16,000. Sold one of these in a sale, I think, 2 sales ago, something like that, the Gamma. At £16,000, only bid at 16,000. Keep looking at Steve Berry thinking he wants to bid on this one at 16,000. 16 bid. At 16 bid. You know you want it, Steve.
Don't look at me, Jules. Look elsewhere, my friend.
At £16,000. Well, we have somebody in the room at 16,000. We are provisional. At £16,000, only bid at 16,000. Coming in again if you like for another 500 anywhere else. At £16,000, provisionally selling. It's against you at home. You surprised me at home. Nobody bidding on this one. At £16,000. Absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen, it is provisional. In our sale room then at 16,000. We will try for you, sir. 369 again. At 16,000, provisional. Provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, we move on in your catalogue to another equally exciting bike, actually. This is really, I can't remember having actually auctioned one of these before. It's the 1999 Honda NSR 125 FM Allcast. It says very rare. How rare is this one, gentlemen?
Well, I think Paul's going to bid on it.
I am going to bid. I have no idea. Steve says it's a good bike, but I just think aesthetically, this is the most 80s/90s thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
He wants to sit next to the Dodge Viper in my garage, I think.
Yeah, I think it would look very good against that, but I can't recall having auctioned one of these before, actually. Can't recall.
Well, for all kinds of reasons, I don't think they tried to sell them here in the UK. But I think there is a complimentary shell suit which does come with.
I was going to say this would match the contents of your wardrobe beautifully. This bike. You should buy one of these.
Ladies
if
and
I
gentlemen,
buy it, you can ride it because I'm not allowed by management.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, or indeed in the room, if anybody has the complimentary shell suit, if you do have this still in your wardrobe, a little bit dusty with the mothballs in right at the back, please let us know, send it in, and we can get you wearing it. That would be absolutely phenomenal.
And if I win this bike in a minute, Steve Berry will ride it because I'm not allowed. And I don't have a bike license. And obviously he's professional, so he will wear the shell suit, ride the bike, and we'll do a tiny post-match review.
Cool, here we go then, with the Honda NSR 125 FM Allcast. 2-stroke, 6-speed gearbox on this one, showing a little over 9,000 miles, complete unrestored example. Showing just at the front here, very easy recommission project, no reserve whatsoever. I have a bid of £25, however, I do have bids above that, but God loves a trier, don't they, at £25. However, we've had a little bit more interest than that. I'm in at 450 bid, 550, 650, 750, 850, 900. I've got 1,000, sorry about that. 1,100, I'm out at £1,100 bid with the gentleman in the shell suit at £1,100 bid at 1,100. On my right at £1,100 bid against my commission interest, against you in the room. Nobody dare bid against you now because they all want to see you in the.
Steve's going to wear the shell suit. Steve's going to ride it. He's a professional.
I'm going to ride it round to his house in the shell suit.
Oh well, this is going to be TV gold, of course.
There's content in this, definitely.
We need this on our Christmas DVD, you know, available at KTEL and Ronco.
It's all of your brands. It's Berry on bikes and Big in the 90s in one machine.
Absolutely. So at £1,100, I have in the sale room, against you at home, against you everywhere else, selling away then at £1,100. Phenomenal work at 1,100.
Yes. Well done. Thank you.
Away.
Thank you, everyone. Soon to be with Steve Berry on it. Amazing.
Okay, gentlemen, we move on. We move on to lot 224. 224, who says it's not supposed to be fun attending the auction? Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 224. It's the 1977 Yamaha TT500. Original matching numbers, rare machine, this one, fully restored for you. Road legal, with the lights and signals fitted. Starts with ease, recent period tyres as well. Just service, there we are, the TT500. Good-looking bike here again, isn't it? We've got loads of them in the sale room. This is definitely one of them. Interest here starts you away at 2.8, 3,000. At £3,000 bid with me at 3,000 on the TT500 at just £3,000 bid. 3.2, 3.4. Either of you at 3.6. You both bid together. I've got 3.4, 3.6 if you like, sir. 3.6, I'm out at £3,600 bid in the room. Gentleman seated bidder, not you standing, at 3,600. I'll take 3.7 if that'll help anybody else, but currently at £3,600 bid on the TT500, provisionally selling at 3,600. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, at £3,600 bid in the room. Seated bidder at 3,600. Say 3,700 where? I'll submit the bid. Fair warning at home. Fair warning in the sale room then at £3,600. We will try for you, sir, at 3,600. Just need your paddle number. Sorry about that. 281. 281. 3,600 provisional. The boys will be on that straight away. We'll get back to you as soon as we get word from the vendor. A couple that we have had word from the vendor is lot 205, Raleigh Chopper, Mark II, sold away at £800. And lot 212, the Ducati 600 SS, also sold away at £2,000. And while we're at it, I have had a note passed over to me. Over the 2 days, that's yesterday and today, of course, cars and bikes, we've had over 800 registered bidders. That's the most we've ever had, by the way, registered online, apart from all you lovely ladies and gentlemen that come to the sale room as well. They've from Ireland, Belgium, Spain, Jersey, Japan, Hong Kong, New Zealand, Thailand. The list goes on and on and on. So we're reaching that global audience. So it's great for you all to be online. You're all more than welcome. Lot 225 in your catalogue. 225 is the 1998 Honda NSR 500V. Raced in Moto GP, this bike, and in the 1998 TT. All the information's in your catalogue, but I will just run through it very quickly. Fully restored. Never actually been this one at all. Fully recommissioned. Signed by John McGuinness, who raced it at the 1998 TT and again was on the bike at Goodwood Festival of Speed back in 2023. Raced at Donington Moto GP back in 2000. Comes to us from long-term ownership. 20 years our current vendor's had her. It's got spare wheels, spare fairings, stock NSR exhaust systems with her as well, tyre warmers. There we are. If you want to go racing, no better way to go racing than on this particular machine. Lots of spares. Interest here starts you at 62, 65, 68, 70 bid. At £70,000 I have bid. With me on commission, ladies and gentlemen, at £70,000. On the Moto GP and TT race bike at £70,000. Honda NSR 500B, 72, 75, 78, I'm out at £78,000. Bid in the room at 78,000. Make no mistake again, ladies and gentlemen, at just 78,000. Commission interest is out at £78,000 bid. In our sale room at 78,000. Next bid's 80 if you like, ladies and gentlemen, anywhere in the room or indeed around the World Wide Web. Unique machine, of course. Unrepeatable, this one at £78,000 bid. Finished and done, absolutely sure. Bids in our sale room, and I will submit that bid. It is provisional then at £78,000. Nobody want to take her on to 80? Fair warning then, one last time at £78,000. You finished and done. We'll try for you, sir, at 78,000. 369 at 78,000. Provisional. Provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, move on to lot 226. It's the 1976 Kawasaki Z1 900, and it's back over to Steve and Paul.
Thank you, Jules. Well, I had the privilege, the great pleasure of going down to the collection that this bike came from. It was a deceased estate from a very lovely man who was a brilliant engineer. We had some of his cars go through yesterday, and we're going through some of his bikes today. And he was a very nice man. He was doing stuff to an impeccable standard. And what's nice about this, it is a project, but you can start to see, can't you, Steve, where he's been spending the time and money, not least of all on the beautiful paintwork.
Yeah, you can see the standard of work that this chap expected. We've got quite a few of his bikes here. And it might just come over on the screen that you're watching this on, that this is a bit scruffy and it's a bit unloved. The work that had been done is of a very, very high standard.
Yeah, particularly
on all of his bikes. That
particularly like the line work on this tank here and the quality of the paintwork. You won't need to do that again. You want to very carefully take that off while you restore the rest of the bike.
And he knew his bikes, obviously. This is a 76 Z1, the best example of the best looking motorcycle ever built in Japan. And this really was a game changer. We'll talk about the CB750 Honda, which sort of brought 4-cylinder power and the sophistication and the specification that bike had to the working man. This one, though, for me, much sexier, quicker, just a fabulous motorcycle. And it really did put Japanese motorcycles right there at the top of the desirability chart. This is going to be a relatively easy project for somebody. A lot of the work's been done. You wouldn't need to redo anything that the previous owner did. It's all fantastically done. I reckon it would be relatively easy to get this.
And there's a big box of
back
bits
in the
there
road.
to go through as well. So you do get, we think, we can't vouch that every single nut and bolt is there, but we think we've got like 99.9%
Look at that.
of all the bits you're going to need.
Look how beautiful the paintwork is on it. Better than new, really.
It is. And when you say, Steve, like we were saying earlier, perfect time of year to buy this as a winter project. You can spend the next 5-6 months tinkering, and spring comes and you're ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so much easier with this work done than buying one of the American imports that flooded into the UK in recent years, which is a bit sort of worn out in every department. You're halfway there with this one. It could be easily back on the road for next summer. Are we saying next summer?
I think next summer.
Sad.
That'd be great.
Summer.
Next summer. So there you go. So there's no reserve, so you get to choose the price, and Jules is now going to find out what that price is.
Yeah, here we go, gentlemen. Quite an easy project, this one, and definitely rewarding and worthwhile. Great bike, the Z1 900 Kawasaki from 1976. Kick and electric start on this one. As Steve's just showed you, there is a load of spare parts with this one as well. So I'm sure you've had a good rummage through those if you're in the sale room and you want to bid on this one. I've got quite a few commission bids, as you'd expect, no reserve whatsoever. I know the internet's been pinging away as well. You're in at 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, Thomas. I've got 1,200 bid. At £1,200 bid with me at 13, 14. Still with me at 1,400. Just give me a shout, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to come in at 1,400, 1,500, 16 bid. Still with me, 1,700. Got you, sir. 1,800. 1,900 in the room. 2,000 with me. 2-1. I've taken the gentleman in the room at 2-1. 2-2 internet. You've taken my commission out, so you've got the internet to beat now at 2,200. Bidders in Cheshire at £2,200. Just shout if you want to come in again. 2,250. I'll take it, sir. Thanks very much indeed. At 2,250 bid. 2-3. Back in Cheshire at 2-3 and 50. Thank you, sir. At 2,350 bid. At 2,400 internet. At 2,400. 50 again, sir, if you like. Great bikes, these, of course. Don't need to tell you that. Once she's put back together properly, be worth a lot more than this. At 2,400, I have bid. And 50, he says. At 2,452, I've taken the gentleman in the room. 2.5. 50 again, sir, if you like. 2,550 on the internet. 2.6 on the internet. You're out, sir. At thanks anyway for your bids. At 2,650 bid. 2.7. Still going at 2,700. At £2,700 bid at 2,750. 2.8. 50. I've got you now, sir. Thanks very much for your patience. 2.9. 50 again at 2,950. 3,000. I'll stay in 50s for you, sir, if you like. 3,050. In the room at 3,050. 3.1. 50. At 3,150 bid. 3.2. And 50. At 3,250 bid. Against you at home. 3.3. 50. I've taken the gentleman in the room again. You're up against multiple bidders. 3.4. 50. At 3,450 bid. 3.5 in Cheshire. And 50. Thank you. 3,550. 3.6. 50. At 3,650 bid. 3.7. 5,000, sir. At 3,750. Just joking. At 3,750. In the room. 3.8. 50 again if you like, sir. 3,850. Still in the room. Against you in Cheshire. 3.9. 50. They're very persistent on the internet, aren't they, sir? I'm afraid to say. 4,000. And 50. At £4,050 bid at 4,050. Oh, I think you've got him. Or her, of course. Or her. Could be a lady at 4,100. No, at £4,100 bid at 4,100. On the World Wide Web. Just give me a shout if you change your mind, sir, at any point. At 4,100. Fair warning to the underbidders as well. There's been 3 of you on the bike at £4,100 bid. Currently in Cheshire at 4.1. See, you're all hovering as well. Don't leave it till the last second. Already told you off twice at home at £4,100 and 50. Back in the room at 4,150. Change of heart at 4,150. 4.2. 50 again at 4,250. Must be right, sir. Everybody wants it. Like I said, you've been up against 3 bidders all the way through there at £4,250. Bid in the room. Against you all at home. 4.3. You sure, sir? Great bike once it's put back together. Well, it doesn't really need much putting back together, really. At 4,300. On the internet in Cheshire, and it's against you in the sale room. Just give me a shout again before the hammer goes down if you change your mind. At £4,300. Selling away against you all at 4,300. Sold away in Cheshire. Commiserations. I'm sorry about that. So I've got a few more bikes to go, though, so you never know. 2220 sold away at 4,300. Another one that's sold away, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 217, the BMW R90S, one of my favourites in the sale. Sold away at £5,000. There we go. That's how the provisional bid system works. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 227. 227 in your catalogues is the 1976 Honda CB750 K6. Another great looking bike here. Very original, complete example, showing a little under 33,000 miles. 5-speed box on these. Let's have a look. Interest here starts me away at, oh, you're going to beat me, I think, 1,800. 2,000. You've got 2,250 bid. In Malta, I've got, let's get it on the right increments for me if I can. Could I have 2,400 with me? 2 seconds. Yeah, 2,6, 2,8. At 2,800. With me at 2,800. 3,000 if you like. At 2,800 at 3 bid. At £3,000 bid. And we're on outright sale at £3,000, only bid at 3,000. At 3 bid. In Malta, Valletta at £3,000 bid. £3,000 at 3 bid. In Malta, Valletta at 3,000. On the Honda CB750 K6. Good looking bike here. At £3,000. Coming in again if you like. Next bid's 3-1 if you like, ladies and gentlemen. At just £3,000. Finished and done. Absolutely sure I will sell her away. Great looking bike. At 3,000. Against you all in the room and against you around the globe as well. Selling away in Malta. Sold away at £3,000 in Malta.
Hey, Jules, me and Steve are going to Malta for the Malta Classic. If that's one of our mates out there, you might even ride it down. You never know.
Oh.
Me and Paul 2 up all the way to Malta. That could be fun.
Imagine that on YouTube.
Well, it could be something. I'm not sure about fun. Could be a bike crash, that of course, waiting to happen. But what a road trip that would be. You know what I mean? You could do a video diary of that one, I think, gentlemen. That would be great.
We could. See, it's going to Malta. Malta is a beautiful country to send motorbikes to. We're sending one every sale now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. We are, yeah. Yeah, that's right. We might sell another one to Malta yet. We'll have to wait and see because there's so many good bikes in the sale.
Well, there you go. So big love to everyone in Malta, and we'll see you out there in October.
You there, lads.
Yeah.
And lasses.
Lot 228, ladies and gentlemen, lot 228 is the 1978 Kawasaki, the KH250. Nice original example, this one. Easy project for you, ladies and gentlemen. Showing, get this, 19,999 miles. There we are. 1 mile off 20,000. 2-stroke triple Ds, 5-speed gearbox on it. It's been a UK bike from new. Really great colour as well. There's nothing not to like about this one at all. Interest here. Everybody thinks the same, I'm afraid, Thomas, on my commission book. And I've got 3,000, 3,2, 3,4, 3,6, 3,8 bid at £3,800 bid with me at 3,800. At £3,800 bid. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at 3,800. Fill it up to 4 if you like anywhere else. What a great looking bike. At £3,800 bid at 3,800. At just 3,800. I'll take it, sir. 3,900, 4,000. Still with me at 4,000. You're still out in the room. Thanks for your bid anyway. At £4,000 I have bid. We're on outright sale, of course, ladies and gentlemen, at £4,000. Bid on my commission book at 4,000. On the Kawasaki KH250 at just £4,000. Finished and done then, are we, ladies and gentlemen? You're absolutely sure. At 4,1, 4,2. Still with me at £4,200 bid. You're still out in the room at 4,200. Great looking bike. Like I said, there's nothing not to like about this one at all. Thanks for your bids anyway at £4,200 bid. On the Kawasaki KH250, and I'm selling away, make no mistake. On my commission book then, you're out in the room. Fair warning, one last time at sorry, get me teeth in. I want to say 2,400 there, Thomas, but at £4,200 I'm selling away. Sold away at 4,200 on commission. 3071, sold at 4,200. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, move on to lot 229, 229. Oh, here's quite a menacing superbike, isn't it? The 1994 Suzuki GSXR 1100 WR, to give it its full title. German import, this one, ladies and gentlemen. She's on KPH clocks, showing round about 30,000 kilometers. That's only round about 18,500 miles off the top of my head. MOT till next July. No advisories on that MOT at all. Just 3 owners from 2025. With the original panels, runs and rides great. Got a pillion seat. Pillion seat on this one if you want to frighten your girlfriend or your partner. Good tires, very tidy bike. Interest here with me, starts me away. Let's have a look at 26, 28, 3,000 on the GSXR 1100 at £3,000, bid at 3,000. At 3 bid. At just £3,000, only bid at 3,000. Next bid's 3.2 if you want to come in. Provisionally selling the bike, ladies and gentlemen, at £3,000. Great looking machine, this one. German import, round about 18,500 miles. It's in kilometers, like I've said, but round about 18,000. 500 miles at 3 bid. At £3,000, only bid at 3,000. On my commission book at 3,000. Nobody want to take this one on. Great bike at 3 bid. At just £3,000. Finished and done, and it is provisional. Submitting the bid. Make no mistake whatsoever. Give me a shout in the sale room if you want to come in. Give me a click at home if you want to come in, or I'm provisionally submitting the bid. At £3,000 on the Suzuki. That one is provisional, ladies and gentlemen, at £3,000. That's 3093. 3093 at £3,000 provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, we move on in your catalogue to the 2012 KTM RC8R Agrapovic, I believe you pronounce this one, edition. But I'm ready to be proved wrong by the people who actually know about motorcycles.
Well, if we could find one, Jules, that'd be great. But in the meantime, you're stuck with me. The ironic thing, of course, is that the Akrapovic exhaust, which is down there, has got a big plastic shroud on it. So the USP of this particularly aggressive motorcycle, which is from the era where you've got maximum amount of engine power and performance, but the electronics, which were already a regular fixture on supercars, hadn't quite made it in the same way onto superbikes. So this is kind of the butchest motorcycle you could get your hands on.
Is this quite Larry, mate? Is this quite a Larry thing to...
Quite Larry. Well, have a look at it, Paul. What do you reckon?
It looks a
It's
beast.
not exactly restrained, is it? Look at the styling.
It looks frightening to me from here on the roster.
Scary.
Yeah.
It looks scary.
Yeah.
And also look at the size of it compared to this little 125 that I've just bought. Look, it's about twice the size.
And there's obviously very much a one person, I nearly said one man.
Yeah.
Paul's teaching me to be a bit more modern.
Yeah, with
in
older
respect to
people,
these
they're from a
things.
different time. They remember, Vera Lynn and casual racism.
Like
So what we're trying to do is just bring him up to the modern day.
Like a girl's going to buy
Yeah.
this. Look at it. It's mental. Women are far too sensible. But prove me wrong. Get bidding and prove me wrong to buy something like this. One of a limited edition. KTM, of course, best known back in the day for their off-road motorcycles. They translated into building road bikes with astonishing success. And this is every bit as fast and competent and reliable as anything that Honda or Ducati or anyone, BMW, were building at the time.
I tell you what, though, Steve, to paraphrase the Yellow Pages advert, that saddle's like a razor blade.
I knew him, that fella who said that. He was a motorcyclist. He had a Suzuki Hayabusa.
There's not much padding there, is there? This is for a purpose, this machine.
Well, I think the person that buys this will probably use it for track-based events because that's the sort of bike it is. Not exactly a touring motorcycle, but this is how it is with bikes. But this is about as far down that road in a street legal bike as you go to having something that is a race bike that's got a number plate and lights. Fantastic machine, very limited edition. It's in great condition. I wonder how much it's going to sell for.
Let's see.
Well, let's see. What a great bike. Thanks very much on that. And thanks for putting me right on the pronunciation. Akrapovic. There we go. Thanks very much indeed. Here we are, edition number 6. Number 6 out of only 100. It's the 1200. 4-stroke twin. 7 service stamps in the book. 15,800 miles. The valves were done by the main dealer, now showing a little over 26,000. With the standard exhaust as well. Interest here starts your way at 6,000, 6,200, 6,500. At £6,500 bid on commission with me at 6,500. Commission bid, ladies and gentlemen, at 6,500. Now, we'll submit the bid. Looks very, very little money to your auctioneer there at 6,500. 6,800. My commissions are out at £6,800. Bid now at 6,800. Fill it up to 7,000 if you like anywhere else. At £6,800. Bid in the room at 6,800. Great looking bike there at £6,800. Finished and done already. Nobody wants for 7,000. Coming in if you like around the globe, or coming in if you like anywhere in the room at £6,800. Finished and done. Very, very little money surely at 6,800. Good mileage on this one. MOT till July next year. Number 6 of only 100 manufactured at £6,800. Finished and done. Fill it up to 7. Fair warning then at £6,800. With you in the room, sir, at 6,800. Provisional, we will try for you. 369. 6,800 provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 231. 231 in your catalogue is the 1977 Suzuki GT 500. Nice original example here, part of a deceased estate. 2-stroke, air-cooled twin, this one, 5-speed box on it. Complete bike, but does require recommissioning. Registered correctly as a historic vehicle. Internet's pinging away. I'm in Thomas at 500 and 50, 650 bid. 750 at 750 bid, now at 750, 800. I've got you in the room, sir, at £800. Great to see you again, by the way. 850 further back, 900 and 50, 1,000. I'll stay in 50, sir, and 50. You sure? Thanks anyway for your bids. At £1,050 bid, right on the back row of the seats at 1,050 bid. In our sale room, ladies and gentlemen, 1,100. On the internet now, sir, 1,150. Back in the room at £1,150 bid. On the GT 500, 1,150. Give me a shout, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody wants this one. 1,250. In the room, Thomas. I've taken the gentleman in the room at 1,250. Got 2 bidders on the internet against you, sir. 1,250 bid in the room. 1,250. You're both out. 1,350. At £1,350 bid still in the room at 1,350. Bid sharp at home. 1,450. Like I said, you've got 2 bidders on here, sir, at 1,450 bid. 1,500. Just give me a shout if you want to come back in. Currently at 1,500. In Northamptonshire at £1,500. Fair warning to the underbidders. Fair warning in the room. 1,550. Taking the gentleman in the room again at 1,550. Please bid quickly at home at 1,550. It's your bid, sir. Don't worry. I've taken you over the internet at 1,550 bid. Fair warning at home, 1,650. Thank you. You're back in the room at 1,650 bid. You're still both out at home at 1,650 bid. Finished and done then, are we? 1,750. Again, I've taken the gentleman in the room at 1,750. Please bid quickly at home at 1,750. I'm trying for you, sir. Doing my best. 1,850. Back in at £1,850 bid at 1,850. At 1,850. 1,900. Oh, must be right, sir. Everybody wants it on the internet at £1,900 and 50. Fill it up to 2 if you change your mind. Or indeed at home at £1,950 I have in Lancashire currently at 1,950. 2 bid, thank you. Gentleman's back in the room at £2,000 bid at 2,000. At 2,000 bid. Next bid's 2,100. Just to be fair to the gentleman in the room at 2,100. Finish and done. Fair warning at home. I'm selling the bike at £2,000. Yours, sir, at 2,000. Well done. Just need that number again. I'm sorry, I missed it. You did have it up 278. 278. Sold away at 2,000. Which got a nice big thumbs up from our gentleman in the room. Thanks very much. Well done on that bike. Lot 232, 232. Let's have a look. This time we've got another really nice looking bike. It's the 1975 Yamaha RD250. Fully restored to a very high standard with stunning paintwork. Full motor overhaul on her as well. Sat on good tyres, showing round about 9,000 miles, ladies and gentlemen. There we are, the RD250. Interest here, Thomas, starts me away at 3,000, 3,2, 3,4, 3,6. At £3,600 bid with me at 3,600. On the RD250 at £3,600. You're all out again in the room at just £3,600. Next bid's 3,800 if you like. 3,800. I've got 3,900. 4 if you like at home. 3,900 bid with me. Fully restored RD250 at 3,900. And it's against you. Fill it up to 4,000 if you like. Great bike here. Can see it just here in that candy orange at 3,900. 4 bid. At £4,000 bid, my commissions are out. At £4,000, it's your bid now, Thomas. In West Yorkshire at £4,000, only bid at 4,000. Great bike here at 4 bid. We'll stay in those £100 increments if you like anywhere else around the globe, or indeed in the room. Just give me a shout if you want to come in. at £4,000. Absolutely sure. Finished and done then. It is provisional, submitting the bid. With you in West Yorkshire at £4,000 only. We will try at £4,000, provisionally sold. 9140, 9140. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 233, 233, 1978. Honda CB 400F. Have a look at this one. Fully restored, ladies and gentlemen, showing 374 miles. I'm sure that must be post-restoration miles. Absolute cracker. Been a UK bike from new as well. Really well sorted. Interest here on the CB 400F starts you at 2628 at £2,800. Bid with me at 2,800. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at 28. That's my bid, I'm afraid, Thomas, at 2,800. 3,000. I've got, I had 3-1. We've got 3-2. I've got 3-3. 3-4 if you like. At 3-4, I'm out. At £3,400, bid at 3-4. On the World Wide Web then at 3-5, 3-6. Thank you, Thomas. Fully restored, CB 400 from 1978. Real good looking machine, this one at £3,600, bid at 3,600 in North Yorkshire. At 3,600, I'll take 3.7 if that'll help the underbidders. And we're on outright sale. Thanks very much indeed on the provisionals desk. At £3,600. Your bike in North Yorkshire so far. 3.7. I've got a gentleman in the room now at 3.7. 3.8. Shaking your head, sir. Sorry about that. At £3,800. Still in North Yorkshire. At £3,800 bid. We're on outright sale. Fully restored Honda CB 400F here for you, ladies and gentlemen. At 3,800 bid in North Yorkshire. Coming in again if you like. Fair warning to the underbidders at home. Fair warning in the room as well. Just give me a shout if you change your mind, sir. 3.9, thank you, at 3,900. Very well put together bike here for bid. Thanks anyway for your bids. At £4,000 bid in North Yorkshire, still at 4,000. Just shout if you change your mind one last time before the hammer goes down. At £4,000. Finished and done. Selling away in North Yorkshire then at 4,000. Sold away at £4,000. 9151. Thank you in North Yorkshire. Great bike, that one. You're going to enjoy that once you get your hands on it. Lot 234. 234, 1975. Norton Commando 850 Mark IIA. It's the sought-after Roadster Mark II model. Superb restoration just a few years ago on this one, on the Norton Commando. Showing 1,832 miles since that restoration. Starts with ease. Recent period tyres. Very well documented bike. Just serviced with a new battery fitted to her as well. I'm imagining, Steve, I'm imagining this is what, it's all right. I'm sorry to interrupt you there when you're in mid-flow with everybody else. I'm imagining this 75 Norton Commando is one of your favourites in the sale.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, and this applies to cars as much as it does the bikes, Jules. We all have a car or a bike that means a lot to us. And when I was a lad, my dad had a Commando. I was about 7 or 8. I used to climb up on it. I remember sitting on the saddle and thinking, will I ever be able to reach those handlebars one day?
He still wonders that now.
I was going to say, you beat me to it. You beat me to it.
There's me trying to get all nostalgic and emotional, and bloody Cowland comes in with one of his witty quips. Well, he's a biker now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You just need to persuade me to buy one now.
Well, I don't know about that, Jules. If you want to come and join our happy gang. But if you're going to buy a motorbike, for me, this is it. The ultimate British classic. People talk about Vincents and Bruffs. They're fantastic, but beyond the reach of almost any
mortal man.
Stupendously expensive motorcycles, even in the time. The Norton Commando was available to a working man like my dad, and the performance was staggering. People forget that bike in its day, in the late 60s, early 70s, was faster than virtually any car. 2 seconds faster in a quarter mile than the fastest Ferrari that was on sale at that time.
Wow.
It looked fantastic. It rode fantastic, and that name, Norton, to a lot of us, that is the name. And it absolutely gladdens my heart to see the new Norton selling a revised version of this motorcycle that you're going to offer people now, today. That's why this is such an important bike to me and lots of other people. And I think there's going to be a lot of interest in it. It's a particularly good example as well, in the best colours. My dad's was yellow, egg yolk yellow. It wasn't that great. This one's black and gold. It's just absolutely, and it's a Mark II, and it's a Roadster, so it's the one that everyone wants. Absolutely spot on, this one, Jules.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen. I can't possibly add anything to that whatsoever. This one is spot on, ladies and gentlemen. The Norton Commando. Interest here. On commission starts your way at 3.2, 3.4, 3.6 at £3,600. Bid with me at 3,600. 1975 Norton Commando. One of Steve's all-time favourites there at 3,600 £600. Bid with me on commission at 3,600. I will submit that bid, ladies and gentlemen, at 3,600 on the Commando at 3,600 £. Coming in again, if you like, for another 200 bid. Currently at 3,600. Next bid's 380 if you like, anywhere around the globe, or indeed here in our sale room at 3,600. I have. It is provisional. Submitting the bid. Make no mistake whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very little money. 3.8. In the room. I've got 3.9. 4 in the room if you like. 4 bid. I'm out now at £4,000 bid on the mezzanine. Thanks, Thomas. Completely missed that one. At £4,000. And we're on outright sale. Thank you. You're currently owning the bike, sir, at £4,000. Only bid at 4,000. Coming in again, if you like, online. We did miss your bid there, unfortunately. Gentleman in the room was just a little bit quicker. Pip you to it. At £4,000 bid. Finished and done. Fair warning. 4-1. You're out. At £4,100 bid at 4,100. Looks great value to your auctioneer here at £4,100. With Steve Berry's personal endorsement here at £4,100 bid. Finish and done then. Absolutely sure I'm selling away. Where's that? Select. Oh, he hasn't selected his plate, right? On the internet, right, I get to know where people are because when they're typing everything in, they tell me where they live. Here it just says United Kingdom, select. So this particular bidder has forgotten to tell us where he is, but there we go, £4,100, selling away on the internet at 4,100. Sold, yours on the internet, wherever you are, at 4,100. 8415. Sold away. Thomas said he just Googled select to find where that was in the United Kingdom. Lot 235. 235. Sorry, Thomas. Lot 235. Here we are. 235. It's the 1994 Honda ST50. What a great little bike here, and it's over to Steve and Paul again.
Thank you very much, Jules. I'm just making Steve laugh, which is very unprofessional before a take. But we are standing next to, I think, in terms of condition, restoration, and the amount of work that's gone into it, probably the best bike in the sale. This has had a £3,000 restoration, this Dax,
Why?
and it's had £1,300 worth of Dream Machine paint.
How?
I know. So there you go.
There's not enough of it.
Come in. Look.
This is probably the best.
Focus on my nuts. Look at these. Look, they're magnificent. It's the only word to describe it. This bike is flawless, Steve, isn't it?
And doesn't it illustrate, Paul, the eclectic nature? Did you get that?
Oh, I love that.
Of the bikes in this sale.
Yeah.
We go from the Commando to this.
To the Dachshund.
To the Dachshund. I didn't know that until the other day. I'm learning all the time, mate. That's the best
Every
thing.
day's a school day. You can teach a very old dog new tricks, it turns out.
It's part of the Honda family of mini bikes that use the same drivetrain, the same engine, all that sort of stuff, whatever you want to call it. The monkey bike. This is not a monkey bike. Some people think it's a monkey bike. It's not. It's not a Cub. The bike that we know as the Plaque, the C90, the Chicken Chaser, whatever you want to call it. This is the Dax, and it's called the Dax because the Japanese people, I think they might have been at the Asahi, the Sapporo, maybe a few Saki Chasers afterwards, thought it looked like a Dachshund dog.
It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
A bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you ever thought what I want is the best Honda Dax on the planet, this is it. It's here.
And also, this bike transcends. So I do a lot of historic racing and go to a lot of historic racing. So many of these. This is the ultimate paddock bike. If you are racing anything at any level, you need this in your arsenal, don't you, for nipping up and down the pits to get the bacon butties.
Yep, and it's, for some reason, somebody thought, I'm going to create the best one in the world, and here it is.
Yeah.
1,300 quid on the paintwork. How do you spend 1,300 quid? They have, and it
is very good.
Utter perfection. I wonder if there's someone out there for this lovely, lovely Honda Dax.
I think it could be Kurt from Fast and Funded. He's just sold his bike. He's got money burning a hole in his pocket. But Jules, let's see what the world's greatest Dax is worth.
Yeah, what a load of money this has had spent on it. My goodness. Like you said, 1,300 on the paint, and there's hardly anything to paint. at 1,300. £3,000, restoration in total. Runs and rides perfectly. Was long-term dry stored in the owner's living room. There we are. The 1994 Honda ST50 DAX. Genuinely the best example we've ever seen. Interest here starts your way at 2,600, 2,700, 2,800. Bid at £2,800. Bid with me at 2,800. On the Honda DAX at £2,800. Bid at 2,800. Next bid's 3 if you like, ladies and gentlemen. Fill it up if you like at home, or indeed here in our own bespoke room at £2,800 bid. On the Honda DAX at 2,800. Coming in again if you like at 2,008, 2,900, 3,000. Still with me at £3,000 bid at 3,000. Thanks for your bid anyway. At £3,000 bid, still on commission. Submitting the bid, ladies and gentlemen, at £3,000. On the Honda DAX, it's against you at home. Against you in the room still at £3,000. Finished and done then, are we? Shaking your heads in the room. And that's a shame, because what a fantastic piece of kit this is at just £3,000. Absolutely sure. Submitting the bid then on my commission book at £3,000. Against you all in the room at 3,000. Oh, 3-1 at 3,100, and I'm out now at 3,100. It is your bid at £3,100. At 3-1. Making use, sorry. Oh, sorry, got 3,100 here. 3-2 if you like. At £3,100. Bid online at 3,100. At £3,100 bid. On the World Wide Web, ladies and gentlemen, at 3,100. It is provisional. Submitting the bid. Make no mistake whatsoever at £3,100. You're sure in the room at 3,100. At 3-1, we will try for you, sir. 7177 at 3,100. Provisional. Nearly put that down as sold. Thought that was sold there at that kind of money. One that has sold, ladies and gentlemen, lot 211 is the 1997 Moto GP, the California. Quite early on in sale. Sold away at £1,800. There we are. Lot 236, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogues. It's the 1977 Honda CB550. Partly completed project. Part of a deceased estate. We've got quite a few bikes in from the same deceased estate. 5-speed gearbox on these, of course, requires completion. We do have the V5 registration document with her. No reserve whatsoever. I'm straight in at, let's have a look, 400, 500, 6 bid. At £600 bid with me at 600. On the project, ladies and gentlemen, at just £600 bid with me at 6. Very, very little money again. Honda CB550 at £600 bid. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at just 600. 700, 800. Still with me, ladies and gentlemen. It's against you at home at £800. I have bid on my book at 800. Coming in again, if you like, at home. At £800, only bid at 800. I'll take 850, Thomas, if that'll help them at home. No reserve on this, of course. 850, 900. Still with me at 900. Sorry about that at home. At 900 bid. 950, 1,000. Still with me at £1,000 bid at 1,000. At 1,000 bid, 1,100. My commissions are out, ladies and gentlemen, at £1,100. Bid with you in Merseyside at 1,100. At £1,100. Probably came and viewed the bike during our extended week's viewing at £1,100 bid. With you online, ladies and gentlemen, against you in the room. Make no mistake, I'm going to sell her away. 12's your next bid if you like, or I'm selling away to our bidder in Merseyside at £1,100. Finished and done. Sold away at £1,100. 8084. Sold away. Thanks very much indeed in Merseyside. Lot 237. 237. 1972 Suzuki GT 750K. Wow, here's a very sharp looking motorcycle, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fantastic restoration on this one. Big bore 2-stroke motor on this one, the 750 GTK. Showing 3 miles since the restoration. That's all. Imported in 2020. Great looking bikes, these, of course. Would love one of these. If you want to persuade me to buy something, this is the one to try and persuade me into something like this. Interest here starts me at 7.5, 8.5 bid. At £8,500 bid at 8.5. Once for absolutely nothing, this one, the GT 750K. At £8,500 bid now at 8,500. Next bid's 9 if you like, ladies and gentlemen, just 8.5. 9 bid. I've got 9.5 at £9,500 bid at 9.5. 10 if you like. Absolute cracker, this one. 10 bid. At £10,000, only bid at 10,000. Once for nothing. At £10,000 against my commission interest at 10 bid. In the room, ladies and gentlemen, at £10,000. Absolutely sure. Next bid's 500 again. I'll still stay in those 500s, Thomas, for people at home if they want to come in. One of the sharpest looking GT 750Ks I've ever had the pleasure to auction at £10,000 only. Finished and done. Absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen, at £10,000. Bids in the room. 369. 369 at 10,000. It is provisional, so we'll let you know as soon as we can. Here's another one that's sold, though. Previously provisional was lot 232, Yamaha RD250. The candy orange one sold away at 4,500. That's the way the provisional bid system works. Lot 238. 238 in your catalogues is the 1998 Yamaha YZF. It's the R1. R1 superbike, ladies and gentlemen, showing 44,000 kilometers. So what's that? That's 24 and about 30,000 miles, roughly off the top of my head. 3 owners from new, on original panels, runs and rides great. Pillion seat on this one again. If you want to frighten everybody, get them on the pillion. Good tyres. Interest here starts me away again at 2008, 3,000, 3.2 bid at £3,200, bid at 3,200, 3.4 in the room, 3.6. Still with me at £3,600, bid at 3,600. On my commission book then at £3,600, bid at 3.6. On the Yamaha YZF R1 Superbike, ladies and gentlemen, at 3,600 bid. It's against you in the room at 3,600 I have. Against you at home as well at just £3,600. Coming in again if you like. Next bid's 3.8. 3.8. I've got 3.9, sir. 4 if you like. Fill it up at 4 bid. I'm out. At £4,000. Gentleman's bid in the room now at 4 bid. At just £4,000. Still staying those. Oh, you're there already, Thomas. Well done. At £4,000 bid. I'll take £100 from anybody else in the room, or indeed on the World Wide Web, but currently at £4,000. Gentleman's bid on the back row of the seated area at £4,000. Provisionally submitting the bid. Look sharp everywhere else. Finished and done then at £4,000 in the room. I will try for you, sir, at 4,000. Provisional 279. 279, £4,000 provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 239. 239. And we're going to turn the clock back a little bit here from our previous lot. We've got a 1938 Francis Barnett Cruiser. Great looking bike, this one actually, showing round about 65,000 miles. It's a 250 single 2-stroke if you're unfamiliar with them. We have photographic evidence in the history file of restoration work back in 2012 and 2013. Still presents very well in the sale room. Starts and runs as well. The Francis Barnett Cruiser. Interest here on my commission book starts you at 11, 12, 13 bid. At £1,300 bid with me at 1,300. On the Francis Barnett, ladies and gentlemen, at just £1,300. Again, very, very little money. 1938 Francis Barnett Cruiser at 1,300, 1,400, 15. Still with me. You're out at home. Still on my commission book at £1,500 bid at 1,500. Coming in again if you like at home at just £1,500. Like I said, very, very little money here. 1,600 is your bid at home at £1,600 bid at 1,600. On the Francis Barnett, ladies and gentlemen, at £1,600. On the World Wide Web in Derbyshire, ladies and gentlemen, at just 1,600. At 1,600 bid. Coming in the sale room if you like now at just £1,600. My commission's out at 16 bid. On the Francis Barnett then at £1,600. On the World Wide Web, ladies and gentlemen, at just 1,600. Finished and done then, are we? Absolutely sure everywhere else at just 1,600. 1,700 on the telephone with George at £1,700. Sorry, George, I was ignoring you there. It doesn't actually say there's a telephone on my book. I'm sorry about that. Came late, that's okay. It's £1,700 bid at 1,700. Didn't want you to think I was missing you out deliberately. Against you at home, we've got the telephone bidder now at £1,700 bid at 1,700. 1,800, back on the internet at £1,800 bid. Against your telephone, George, at £1,800 bid at 1,800. Francis Barnett Cruiser at just £1,800. Looks very good value to your auctioneer at 18 bid. Against you on the telephone. Next bid's 1,900. Thank you, George. With George at 1,900 bid. Fill it up at home. No longer your bid at home. On the telephone with George at £1,900 bid at 1,900. At 1,900 bid. Fill it up to 2,000 if you like at home. Fair warning from your auctioneer. Make no mistake. 2 bid. At £2,000 bid now at 2,000 on the World Wide Web at £2,000. Against you on the telephone, George. What do you think? At £2,000 bid, we're on outright sale as well, the provisional team, tell me. We're selling the bike at 2,000 bid. At £2,000, only bid at 2,000. Against you on the telephone. At 2 bid. Francis Barnett Cruiser at £2,000. At 2 bid. Where do you want to be? Let me know, George, at 2 bid. At £2,000. With you at home at £2,000 in Derbyshire at just £2,000 bid. 2-1, telephone. Nearly had it in Derbyshire at £2,100 on the telephone with George at 2,100. Coming in again if you like. Remember, I'm selling the bike. We're on outright sale at £2,100 bid at 2,100. 2-2. Back in Derbyshire. Thomas getting really excited again. At £2,200 bid. At 2-2. You're out. Thanks anyway for your bids at home at £2,200. With you in Derbyshire. Selling away then. Fair warning in the room as well at 2,200. Sold away at £2,200. 8039. Thank you at home. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 240240. Here we have a 1962 Ducati TS 175, and it's over to Steve and Paul again.
Well, I've just got to pull Jules up there on his pronunciation of Ducati. Oh. Come on! There you go. That's how you say it.
Originally, obviously I'm from Farnworth, Bolton, but I appear to have lost that accent completely. But you still got yours, Steve.
Well, can I just introduce you to both of these here? Once a favourite in people's lounges. So obviously Steve Berry very much in the 90s. And this one has just come from someone's lounge, Steve.
Yeah.
This has been living in the lounge as a beautiful decoration. But this is what I like. So obviously beautifully restored to a great standard, but also just serviced.
Yeah, it's jewel-like in many respects, isn't it? I think I said in the preview that a pal of mine's a Ducati mechanic, and he said, no other mark took so much attention to parts of the motorcycle that other manufacturers just didn't bother with. They just, look here at this Ducati emblem there, Ducati made in Italy. It's so beautifully designed, and then they've got this script, and then there's this like textured background. Why? I'll tell you why. Because they were proud of their bikes. And look at this colour combination. Only the Italians would dare to put these colours together. And somehow, it works beautifully,
It does. It's Iron Man, isn't it?
Iron Man before Iron Man. Yeah.
It really is.
These bikes, Paul, these Italian tiddlers like the Ducati, the MV, they are very popular now for an event called Moto Giro d'Italia, which is like the bike equivalent of the Millimiglia.
Yeah.
So a bike like this, you take it over in the van and you ride through the most beautiful countryside and the most stunning little Italian hillside towns and villages. Look it up on YouTube, Moto Giro d'Italia. If you want to go and do it, this is the perfect bike to do it on. It's exactly the right era, the styling and everything to go with going down there. Get it on YouTube, but you'll be seduced by the idea.
Well, there you go. A lifestyle awaits you. This bike is ready to go. Full restoration. Has had a very easy life in the lounge, but been fully serviced. So as Steve says, get yourself on that event, and she's ready to go. So Jules, what's it worth?
Seduced by the Ducati.
Oh, yeah.
Well.
Oh, yeah.
You
know it.
Thanks very much indeed for that, gentlemen. Ducati TS 175. Absolutely stunning, this one, as the guys have told you there. Rides lovely, matching numbers bike as well, just serviced. Interest here starts me at 2.6, 2.8, 2.9 at £2,900 bid at 2.9. At £2,900 bid at 2,900. Fill it up to 3 if you like, ladies and gentlemen. Currently at £2,900. On the little TS 175, 3,100. 3.2, I'm out. At £3,200 bid at 3.2. At £3,200 bid at 3,200. And if ever there was somebody who wanted to be seduced by a Ducati, it would be you, Will. At £3,200 bid at 3,200. I'm sure that's what's twisted his arm to have a bid, ladies and gentlemen, at £3,200 bid. At £3,200 bid at 3,200. Finished and done then, are we? Absolutely sure it is provisional. I will submit the bid at £3,200. Finished and done. You're absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen, provisional in our sale room. At £3,200 only, we will try for you, Will, at 3,200. Provisional. 202, thank you, 202. Provision at 3,200. Lot 241, 241. Ladies and gentlemen, is the 1994 Kawasaki ZXR 750L. Another great bike here. Showing round about 23,000 miles, 6-speed gearbox, chain drive, aftermarket exhaust on it, no reserve whatsoever on this one. Again, I've got a shed load of commission bids on this one. And I can see the boys are going over it to have a close look at it, so I might as well ask them, what do you make of this one as well, if you don't mind?
Totally underrated, Jules. Everybody bangs on about the RC30 Honda, the OW01 Yamaha. The Kawasaki doesn't get anything like the credit it deserves and doesn't command anything like the price, but I think people are increasingly waking up to just how good these actually were. They were the cheapest of the bunch back in the day, and I think that's reflected in the lack of acclaim and recognition that they get now. But I feel it in my water, that's changing. People are starting to realise just how good these are. And I think this will prove to be the bargain of the wholesale.
Yeah, and when Steve says he feels it in his water, it just means his bagney's changing.
They have been under the radar, these bikes, though, for a long, long time. This is a real sharp-looking one as well in our sale room.
Absolutely, and the performance that it offers, it's old-school performance, but a lot of people are in an era where modern bikes are absolutely smothered with all sorts of electronic stuff you can't switch off. This is, I think, what they call, Jules, an analog motorcycle.
Yeah, analog raw, we would say that as well. Yeah, raw experience riding this one. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard it off the boys as well. Again, one of my standout lots within the sale, this particular one, particularly at no reserve, showing round about 23,000 miles. Inline 4-cylinder motor on this one. 6-speed box, chain drive, aftermarket exhaust. Interest here starts me away. Let's have a look. Where are you at, Thomas? 500. I'm going to disappoint you. I'm at 750, 1,000, 1,100, 12 bid. At £1,200 bid with me at 1,200. Absolutely for nothing. 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800, 19 if you like, sir. It's for nothing. It's for nothing. 19 bid at £1,900 bid in the room at 1,900. Taking my commission interest out. Fill it up to 2,000 if you like. Cracking machine here at £1,900. Only bid at 1,900. A lot of motorcycle for just £1,900. Finish and done. Fair warning. Selling away at 1,900 in our sale room. Great bike you've got there. 369, 369, sold away at 1,900. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 242. 242 is the 1989 Honda NX 650 Dominator. Wow, what a custom machine this one is. Showing round about 38,000 miles. That's approximately 23,600. Off the top of my head, no advisory MOT till August 2025. 4-stroke, single-cylinder, Paris-Dakar, Sand Raiders style custom. You can see exactly why. Lots of paperwork and receipts on this one. Quite an unusual bike. Haven't actually sold one of these before either. Lots of interest on my commission book, Thomas. Have you seen all these? Interest here starts me away at 4,000. 4,200. 4,500, 4,800, 5 bid at £5,000 bid with me at 5,000. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at £5,000 only bid at 5,000. 5,200, 5,400, 5,600, 5,800. I can take 5,900 from you, sir, if you like. Thanks for your bids anyway. Great bike. Like I said, first time I've ever auctioned one of these at £5,800 bid with me at 5,800. It's against you, ladies and gentlemen, at £5,800 bid at 5,800. On my commission book, I'll take 5,900 if you like anywhere else. Currently at £5,800 bid. On commission, against you all in the room and against you around the globe. Make no mistake whatsoever. I'm selling away on my commission book then at £5,800. Finished and done. Sold away at 5,800. That is 3,066. Sold away at 5,800. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 243, 243. 1974 Suzuki TC 185. showing a little under 4,000 miles, two-stroke single-cylinder this one. We have the Nova reference papers with it. It is fully registered in the UK. Comes with the Nova reference papers, dating certificate for as well. Interest here starts your way. It's quite an easy start, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in at 18, 19, 2 bid. At £2,000, bid at 2,000. On the Suzuki TC 185 at just £2,000, only bid at 2,000. Maiden commission bids at £2,000 only. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,000. Coming in again if you like. I'll stay in £100 increments if you like there, Thomas, at 2,000 bid. Finished and done then, are we, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,000. Absolutely sure. On my commission book then at 2 bid. At just £2,000. Last chance, please look sharp. Give me a shout if you want to come in the sale room, or click away at home at £2,000 against you all. That one is not sold, ladies and gentlemen. Do have that commission bid. I'm too far away from what I know is the vendor's fixed reserve. So unfortunately, at this moment in time, that one is not sold. We can't sell them all, of course. So if you have a genuine interest in it, please have a word with our provisional bid team if you're in the sale room, or send us an email, give us a ring. We'll let you know where you want to be. But that one is not sold at this point in time. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 244. 244, 1975. Wow, here's a real eyeful of a machine. The 1975 Yamaha XS650, the Street Tracker. Superb restoration on this one, the Yamaha Street Tracker. It's got an unbelievable bespoke specification, incredible attention to detail, ladies and gentlemen, on this one. And engineering excellent throughout the restoration, all as detailed in your catalogue. There's a list as long as your arm, even longer than that, of everything that's been done to the bike. Had the engine board out, I noticed, the 700cc with a raised compression ratio, new Minuki carbs, and foam filters as well. What a piece of kit this is. Interest with me starts your way at 5,000, 5,2, 5,5, 5,8. At £5,800, bid at 5,800. On the Street Tracker, ladies and gentlemen, at £5,800, bid at 5,8. Fill it up to 6,000 if you like. Currently at £5,800, bid with me at 5,800. 6 if you like, ladies and gentlemen, anywhere else at just £5,800. What a machine this is at 5,800. Absolute fortune spent on the restoration. 6 bid, I'm out. At £6,000, bid in the room at 6,000. At £6,000, only bid at 6,000. Against you at home, gentlemen's bid in the room at 6 bid. On the Street Tracker at just £6,000. Yamaha XS650 from 1975, superbly restored. You will not find better than this one at 6 bid. Finished and done then, absolutely sure. It is provisional in our sale room at £6,000 against you at home. We'll try again for you, 369. Provisional at 6,000. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 245 in your catalogues, 245. Here's an unusual bike, 1969 Bridgestone 175 DT. I thought they only made tyres, Paul and Steve.
Well, they did, Jules. They did make tyres, but Steve is, yeah, and they still do. And Steve is politely informing me they also made some very lovely motorcycles.
Yeah, you'll hear people say, oh yeah, Bridgestone had to go out making motorbikes, but Mr. Honda called them up and said, we'll come into the tyre business. Bridgestone made bikes for 20 years, and they made some interesting, good bikes. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times, aimed at the export market, built for the States. When I saw this one, looking as it does, very sort of retro and 1960s, I had to look 3 times to check the top speed. What do you reckon would be the top speed on this, Paul?
Well, a 1960s bike, you know, not the biggest engine. 175. I'd have said, I don't know, 65, 70 miles an hour.
85 miles an hour. Yeah, 85. And I'll tell you why. The engine is effectively if you look, it's quite odd looking. There's like two cases, one on either side. It's 2 90cc engines grafted together.
No.
Yeah. So despite the retro appearance, and I think it looks really cool,
I do.
This green and white paint scheme is very attractive, as I believe you say. Easy to ride and a quick machine. This will keep up modern traffic, no problem. Although you will have to get a T-shirt printed saying, yes, the tyre people, because everyone will ask you. A Bridgestone, don't they make tyres?
They do. And also, condition-wise, I would say, again, this is perfect for me. So, clearly an older restoration that was done very, very well and has aged and patinated perfectly.
Yep.
So, super presentable, take it to a show, show it off to your mates, but also ride it because it's not a concourse bike. It's just very tidy, very presentable, very pretty, and have some fun on every sunny weekend. But Jules, what's it worth?
Well, if we have any more sunny weekends, we'll have to wait and see, won't we, this year? But definitely for next year. There we are, the 1969 Bridgestone 175 DT. In running order, owner's manual with it. Starts and runs, two-stroke bike for you, ladies and gentlemen. Interest here at 11, 12, 13 bid. At £1,300 bid at 1,300 on the very unusual Bridgestone 175 DT. At £1,300 bid now at 1,300. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at just 13 bid. Next bid's 1,400 if you like, at £1,300. Very, very unusual machine here at 13 bid. At £1,300. Finished and done already, are we? Maiden commission interest against you all around the globe and against you in our sale room at £1,300. Last chance, please look sharp, ladies and gentlemen, at 1,300. Finished and done, then it is provisional at 1,300. 3029 at £1,300 provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 246. 246 is the 1977 Honda CB 400F. No reserve on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Part of that deceased estate that we've been running through the sale. Showing round about 36,000 miles. Correctly registered as a historic bike. A large number of parts come with her. Second set of spoked wheels. There is a set of spoke wheels with it as well. The CB 400F, so you can put her back to whatever specification you prefer. Interest with me, starts your way. Let's have a look at 253 bid. At £300 bid with me at 300. 350, 400. 450, 500, and 50, sir, if you like. 550, I'm out. Commission's out. One more, he said. At 550. Just having a word with the bank manager, obviously, there, clearly. At £550 bid at 550. At £550 bid. Coming in again, if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at £550. Fair warning at home. Look sharp. I'm going to sell away to the gentleman in the room at 550. There you are, sir, at 550. 283. 283. Sold away at 550. Send us, let us know what you do with it. I'd like to see how she actually ends up, what you decide to do with it. Yeah, and just either fetch it in on a sale day or send us some photos. That would be great to see. Lot 247, 247 is the 1957 BSA B31. Is it going to look like that one? Was that what you... It's going to look like... Oh, mint. Yeah, definitely short. Fetch it in. I'd love to see it, yeah. Take my hat off to you for your engineering if you can get her back like that. Lot 247, 247, 1957 BSA B31, restored to a very high standard between 2008 and 2010 by John Greenwood, no less. Everything was done to this bike. It's all in your notes. I really won't go through it again. It would probably just send you all to sleep, but it's really been well sorted, this bike. Interest here on the BSA starts me away at 2426. Bid at £2,600, bid at 2,600. On the BSA B31, fully restored at 2,600. 28. I've got 293 if you like, sir. 3 bid, I'm out at £3,000, bid at 3,000. 32. 3-3, back in the room. Sorry about that, Thomas, just to be fair, at 3-3, 3-4. No, at £3,400, bid at 3,400. On the internet, ladies and gentlemen, in North Yorkshire at £3,400, bid at £3,400. Coming in again if you like, at just 3,400 bid. On the World Wide Web at 3,400. Oh, thought they were bidding on the... I know, yes. Waving away on the balcony, always fatal, really, in the middle of an auction, isn't it? Particularly when you're using your bidding paddle. £3,400 bid. I know. We get them all in here, don't we? At 3,400. People just coming in out of the rain for a free coffee. A slice of pizza at £3,400 bid at 3,400. On the World Wide Web at £3,400. Fair warning everywhere else. Finished and done. Provisionally selling then at 3,400. With you in North Yorkshire at 3,400 provisional. 9151. 9151. Thanks very much indeed at home. Lot 248, 248, 1953. Aerial Square 4. It's actually unregistered, this bike. Unregistered. You'd be the first to register it in the UK. It's an American import back in 2021. Mostly original, not run for many years. Does require a full restoration. Well worthwhile, though, to restore this, of course, the Square 4 from 1953. Not too shabby a bike, actually, in the condition it's in. Interest here starts me away at, well, you've got 3,000 there, haven't you, in Leicester? I've got 3,200, 3,500, 3,800, 4,000. At £4,000, bid with me at 4,000. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at £4,000, only bid at 4,000. On the aerial, Square 4. At £4,000, bid with me at 4,000. Next bid's 4,200 if you like. Currently on my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at £4,000, only bid at 4,000. 4,200 is your bid in the room. At 4,200, I'm out. At £4,200, bid at 4,200. In the room now at 4,200. Against my commission interest, against you on the internet as well. Is this somebody else who's fallen asleep at the wheel? Right, okay. At 4,200, we're on outright sale. Thank you on the provisional desk. You're owning the bike, sir, currently at 4,200. You'll be pleased to know. You'll be pleased to know. There we are at 4,200. Another one for the collection at £4,200, bid at 4,200. Finished and done then. Absolutely sure I'm selling the bike then. Against you at all, I'll take 4,300. If that'll help you, we're on outright sale. Be the first to register in the UK. It's not too shabby. I have had a look at it. Does need some restoration. Mostly original. American import back in 2021 at 4,200. Bid in the room. Finished and done. You're absolutely sure at home. I'm selling away then at 4,200. 369. 369. Sold away at 4,200. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 249. 249. Is the 1959, get me correct glasses on, 1959 matchless G12. Lovely complete running example, 4-stroke single, 650cc, 4-speed manual box on these, showing round about 62,000 miles, correctly registered as a historic motorcycle. The registration number is non-transferable, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's 17JAR. That would have done for me. Anyway, interest here with me on the matchless starts your way at 2,600, 2,700, 2,800. At £2,800, bid with me at 2,800. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at just £2,800. On the matchless at £2,800. Maiden commission interest against you all around the globe at £2,800. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at just 2,800. Next bid's 3. Fill it up if you like, either in the sale room or around the globe. At £2,800 a half. Leaving it behind again, ladies and gentlemen, on the little G12 from 1959. 62,000 miles. On the clocks there at 2,800. 3 if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,800. Absolutely sure. Leaving it behind then at £2,800. Finished and done. That one's not sold either, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I know that's a fixed reserve there from our vendor. I'm a little bit too far away. Can't submit that one. Please have a word with provisional bids or send us an email. Give us a phone call at home, but that one is not sold. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, we move on in your catalogue to lot 250. 250 is the 1976 Suzuki TS 250M. And we're going to get Steve and Paul Cowland's lowdown on this one.
Well, small, silver, and perfectly formed. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Berry.
Very good.
Yeah. Or...
You're not going to add something to that?
Well, powerful.
I think I'm a bad influence on you, or perhaps a good influence, because we keep coming to these bikes and you keep going, how great is this one?
Yeah.
Look at this, Steve, it's fantastic.
Look at the aesthetic. Let's clear so you can have a look, so Fraser can look at how beautiful and how well styled this bike is. So mid-70s, you're running down to the beach with your girl. This is what you go on, isn't it?
Nearly 50 years old now, this bike, Paul. Would you believe it? Yeah, like you said, the styling, it's kind of, it's motocross style, but it's not a motocross bike. It's a trail bike, really. You could go off the tarmac, but don't go too far off the tarmac.
Yeah.
You made a very good point. The bike equivalent of a beach buggy. It's something like that, but also a very practical bike and a very comfortable bike to ride. Not too much in the way of horsepower, but plenty. And I'll tell you what, from new, in 50 years, less than 5,000 miles.
It's in incredible condition. Obviously, it's had, I guess, some paint and restoration.
Oh, it's less than 1,000 miles a decade.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Look at the condition. It's
so,
great.
Great restoration, ready to go, MOT exempt, of course. Won't be enormous amounts of money, but I do think it will be enormous amounts of fun. So what's it worth, Jules?
Well, here we go, gentlemen. The 1976 Suzuki TS 250M. Two-stroke single, starts, runs and rides. Very low mileage. Like Steve said, you can't believe it, can you? Less than 5,000 miles from new. Original owner's manual with it. UK bike from new as well. Interest here starts you at, let's have a look, 2,000. 2122 at £2,200 bid with me at 2,200 at just £2,200 bid on the Suzuki TS 250 2324. Still with me, ladies and gentlemen, on my commission bids at £2,400. You're out at home at £2,400 bid at 2,400. 2,500. I've got 2,550. 2,600 if you like at home at 2,550 bid. 2,600 if you like on the very, very nice Suzuki TS 250M. Very low mileage at 2,550 bid. 600 if you like at home at 2,550. Coming in again if you like at home, or indeed anywhere in our sale room. Great looking machine here at £2,550. Finished and done then. It is on commission. I will submit the bid. 2,600. I'm out now at £2,600. Your bid at home in County Londonderry. Thanks very much indeed for joining us at £2,600 bid. At 2,600, commission's out, submitting the bid, finished and done then. Fair warning everywhere else. 2,650 is that, 2,650 in Lancashire. Internet against internet bidding, 2,700. Back in County Londonderry at 2,700 bid now at 2,700. My commissions are out, remember, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,700, provisionally selling the bike at 2,700. 50 again if you like, we'll stay in those £50 increments for you. At £2,700, finished and done, bids in County Londonderry. Fair warning to the underbidder. One last time, it is provisional then. Submitting the bid at 2,700. We will try for you in County Londonderry. 5,592. Thank you in County Londonderry. Lot 251, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Little 1974 Suzuki T500. Part of that same deceased estate, ladies and gentlemen. Two-stroke parallel twin. V5's present. Partly done cafe racer project. Many original parts with the bike as well. No reserve and absolutely nothing on my book. So you've clearly all come to the sale room to bid on this one. Where do you want to be, ladies and gentlemen, on the Suzuki T500? Is she worth £500 to start me away? Is she worth 500? Where do you want to be, ladies and gentlemen? Where do you want to be? Steve, Paul, I can't get this one started. Lot 251. Oh, we're in. We're in at £300. Only bid at 300. Can you believe that? Suzuki T500. No reserve for restoration at £300. Only bid at 300. Absolutely for nothing, surely.
It's worth that for the tank, Jules.
Yeah, this is the whole thing, isn't it? I don't think people are awake at home, to be quite honest.
If you used it for parts to build another bike, it's easily worth 500 for that.
I know.
So, come on, get in.
I know, I can't believe that's what I meant. I can't get it started at 500. We've got 300 bid in Merseyside. 350 at £350 bid now at 350. In the room at 350 bid at just £350. No reserve whatsoever. 400. Back in Merseyside at £400 bid at 400. Thanks to your bid anyway in the room at £400, only bid at 400. Thanks for the encouragement, Steve. We've managed to get another £100 bid at £400 bid now at 400. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen, just £400. On the Suzuki T500, part of that deceased estate, I will sell her away then, ladies and gentlemen, unless anybody else wants to give me a shout. At £400, I'm selling away. With you in Merseyside, well done at just £400 bid. 8084, sold away at £400. Lot 252, 252. Here we are, the 1960 Triton T120. Well-known bike, this one, featured in Fitzpatrick's Biker Cafe window for 20 years, no less. Has a 650 Triumph T110 motor in it, previously restored in the past. Good tyres she's on. Interest here starts me away at 3,302. At £3,200 bid with me at 3,200. Against you all in the room at just £3,200. On the Triton T120 at 3,200. Against you all, ladies and gentlemen, at just £3,200. Next bid's 3,400 if you like, but at 3,200 I have. Finished and done. Absolutely sure already. Leaving it behind. Maiden commission bids against you all at £3,200. Please give me a shout in the sale room if anybody's come for her, or give me a click at home, but at £3,200 on my commission book then at 3,400 is your bid at home. I'm out, believe it or not. At £3,400, and I will submit the bid in Leicestershire. Thanks very much indeed. At £3,400, like I said, well-known bike. This one featured in Fitzpatrick's Biker Cafe window at £3,400. At £3,400, only bid at 3,400. I'll take 3,500 if that'll help anybody, Thomas. Currently at £3,400. Finished and done then. I will submit the bid. It is provisional then, with you in Leicestershire at 3,400. Provisional, Thomas, on that one. 8769. Provisional at 3,400. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 253. 253 in your catalogue is the 1980 Yamaha XS 650 Special Custom Cruiser. There we are. This is a good looking bike for sure. 57,000 miles on the clock. There or thereabouts. Appears to be in original and unrestored condition. Matching numbers bike, aftermarket exhaust system. Has been running recently, our vendor assures us, but may require some recommissioning before use. There we are, the XX 650. And I'm in at 1,011 bid. I've got £1,100 bid at 1,100. Sorry to disappoint you in Lancashire, I've got 11 bid. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300. Still with me at 1,300. Good looking bike here, the XX 650. Get me teeth in, it's hard for me to say that. XS 650 Special Custom Cruiser. There we are. Bit of a tongue twister at £1,300, bid at 1,300. Against you, I'm afraid to say. Good looking bike. Appears to be original and unrestored at £1,300, bid now at 1,300. At 13 bid. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at just £1,300. 1,350. I'll take it, Thomas. You've obviously looked at my commission bids. I'm out. He is cheeky, ladies and gentlemen, but he is trying for you, Tom, of course, at 1,350. I'm out now. At £1,350 bid in Lancashire at 1,350. On the custom cruiser, there you go, I can say that quite easily, at 1,350. Do like the style of this particular machine. At £1,350 provisionally, submitting the bid. Make no mistake at all, ladies and gentlemen, I'll take 1,400 from you, or it's with our bidder in Lancashire at 1,350 provisionally selling. We will try for you in Lancashire, 1,350 provisional. 8964. Thanks, Thomas. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue is 254. 254, it's the Ducati. Now, unfortunately, we did have this particular lot, lot 254, in our catalogue as a 600 SL Panther. But unfortunately, having done a little bit of due diligence and research on the actual frame number, this has been customized. It is a Ducati 600 bike, but unfortunately it has been customized, so it's not a 600 SL Panther, but it is in the Rutter TT style colors. Appears to have been customized, including the front end, rear suspension, the wheels, etc. It is fully unrestored, a UK bike from new. Nothing on my book, I'm afraid to say, so you're going to need to start me away, ladies and gentlemen. Where do you want to be? Start me away at 2,000 on the Ducati. 600cc Ducati here. Start me away at £2,000. On the Ducati, ladies and gentlemen, just start me at 2,000. Get me up and running if you like. At £2,000, only bid at 2,000, surely where? At £2,000, centre, thank you, sir. At £2,000 bid, it is with you, sir. At £2,000, only bid at 2,000. Coming in again if you like anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen, at just £2,000. I'll take 100 if you like anywhere else. Currently at £2,000 bid. In the room at £2,000. 100 if you like anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen, at just £2,000. Finished and done then. Very, very provisional. At £2,000, you're all finished and done. I will try for you, sir. I think you'll be very lucky, but you never know. 279, 279, £2,000 provisional. Thanks for your bid. Thanks for getting me started off. Much appreciated. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogue is 255. This is the 1982 Suzuki TS 125 ERZ. Very rare bike, as Steve and Paul are going to tell you.
A rugged 1980s motorcycle icon that everyone was riding in the 80s.
Imagine, Paul, it's 1982. Me and you are outside the spa. It's a balmy summer evening. We're pestering people to buy us ciggies and cider as they go into the spa. And you're pulling one-handed wheelies on my Suzuki TS 125. Could life get any better?
No. The thing is, they were once a very popular, prevalent bike. Now there's just a handful left. They've all gone.
Yeah, because like we looked after stuff back then. Like we were like, hold on a minute. Let's not try doing one-handed wheelies to impress the girls because we might damage this
Yeah.
We just rode the absolute what's-its off her, but look at the condition of this one.
Mate, there's only, we think as well, I mean, first of all, you're right, the restoration on this bike is incredible. Please look around. It's not even more where your feet sit, look.
Yep.
On the top of the pegs. It's still powder coated.
Called a foot peg, Paul.
I know, but can you believe that? But where your feet sit on the peg, look, normally you wear off the top of the powder, don't you?
Are you going to mention the full floater?
Oh, yes, look. The full floater. Who doesn't enjoy a full floater when they're riding?
I certainly do. Very rare, even rarer in this condition. Powerful nostalgia for the lads. I'm saying it again. The people. Sorry.
Lad, you can say lads and lasses.
Old. The lads in the early 80s. This was their second bike after their nifty 50. Their first girlfriend went on the bike. All sorts of things happened on this bike. And somebody out there is definitely going to pay whatever it takes to get their hands on this rare motorcycle.
And Jules, let's find out what that figure is.
Thanks, gentlemen. One of only 6 registered in the UK. Runs and rides great. This one starts first time. Restored to a fantastic standard, as the boys have been telling you. Interest here starts you at 2,200, 2,4, 2,6. At £2,600, bid at 2,6. On the Suzuki TS 125 ERZ. At £2,600, bid at 2,600. At 2,600, Car Park Racer, as the boys have told you, at 2,600. Coming in again, if you like, ladies and gentlemen, just £2,600 bid with me. On commission at 2,600. At £2,600, bid at £2,600. I'll take 2,700 if that'll help anybody anywhere else at just £2,600 bid. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,600, 2,700, and we're on outright sale. Is that correct? At £2,700, bid at 2,700. No longer provisional at 2,700. Selling away in Merseyside. Loads and loads and loads of fun you can have on this one at £2,700 bid. Finished and done. At 2,700. Last chance, last shout, last roll of the dice. Anywhere else, I'll sell her away then. To you in Merseyside at 2,700. Sold away at £2,700. 8756. 8756. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 256. 256, here we are, Thomas, this is how we're going home. Yeah, I'm taking you to Bristol in this, dropping you off, and then I've got to go all the way back to Darlow. A bit Wallace and Gromit, well, well, you know, which one am I out of those two? I dread to think. I can't, that's a lose-lose, that is, not a win-win. Lot 256, Yamaha FJ1200 ABS combination. Requires MOT, some like recommissioning as well. Sidecar with electrics, thank goodness. Aftermarket exhaust on her. Electric start, ABS, there we go. So if we're getting a spin in the rain, we'll be all right, Thomas. Interest, there's no interest here actually, nothing on my book, no reserve whatsoever. You're going to have to tell me, ladies and gentlemen, where do you want to be on the combination? Where do you want to be? It's worth 500. Where do you want to be on that combination? Shout it out, you tell me, here to sell, no reserve whatsoever. Where do you want to be on the combination? Where do you want to be? Dear me, start me way at 250 then. On the 250 bid, at £250 bid at 250. At £250 bid. Are you going to use it round the grounds? At 250. At 250 bid. At £250 only. In the sale room, ladies and gentlemen. 300. I've got 300 bid now at 300. Against you, sir, at £300 bid. At 3 bid. 350. Thank you. At £350 bid now in the room at 350. 400. At £400 bid online at £400 bid. It's against you, sir, at £400 only bid at 400. Coming in again if you like, or are you shaking your head? At £400 only bid. Online, shaking your head. At £400. Finished and done then. Would have gone nice with that aerial square 4. At £400 only bid at 400. Finished and done then. Selling away online at £400 in Lancashire. Sold away at £400. 8869. Sold away at 400. Lot 257, 257. Good value there, wasn't it? £400 on that combination. 257. 1974 Triumph T150V Trident. Fully restored this one, matching numbers bike, once for nothing, starts easily. 750 motors on these, showing round about 19,500 miles. Sat on good tyres, recently serviced as well. Nothing on my book, but I know you've been pinging away there, Thomas. All right, okay. You're in you're in at 3,000. It must be something to do with motorcycle. At 3 bid. At £3,000, only bid at 3,000. At 3 bid. On the Triumph Trident at £3,000, only bid at 3,000. On the internet, ladies and gentlemen, at £3,000. Coming in again if you like anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen, at just 3 bid. Absolutely for nothing, surely, at £3,000. I'll take 100 anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen, at just £3,000, only bid at 3,000. Here comes Paul Cowland at £3,000, only bid. Oh, he's gone to his new purchase. What a happy owner he is at £3,000 bid now at 3,000. On the Triumph Trident at 3 bid. Maiden bid on the World Wide Web. Finished and done then, are we? You're absolutely sure. Got you in the room at 3-1. 3,000 finally in the room at £3,100. You're out at home. At £3,100 bid on the Trident at 3,100. Finished and done. Absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen, at just £3,100. I will submit the bid. Very, very provisional at £3,100. Finished and done then at £3,100 in the room against you at home. That is number 71 at £3,100. Provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen. Next lot is lot 258. 258 is the year 2000 MV Agusta F4 750S. Quite a mouthful there, isn't it? What a lovely low mileage original bike this one is. Showing round about 12,000 miles on the clock. July next year, the MOT, lot 258. July next year, the MOT. Sounds fantastic. Rides perfectly, so the boys in the motorcycle department tell me. Superb condition. New battery fitted to her as well. There we are, the MV Agusta. Interest here starts me away at, I've actually got 3,000. Sorry, I know you've got 3,000 in Spain, Madrid. 3 bid, go on then, £3,000 bid at 3,000 in Spain. At £3,000, only bid at 3,000. In Madrid, 3,250, thank you. That sorts it out. Lancashire bidder now at £3,250. Bid in Lancashire against you in Spain. Make no mistake whatsoever, 3,500. In Oxfordshire at £3,500, bid at 3,500. MV Agusta F4. Good looking machine here again. If you know your bikes, this one's not too shabby at all. At £3,500, bid at 3,500. Coming in again if you like. 3,750. Thanks very much indeed. Still with you in North Yorkshire now at 3,750 bid at 3,750. Next bid's 4,000 if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at £3,750. Finished and done then, are we, at 3,750. 4 bid, thank you, at £4,000. Let's just ease it down a little bit there if you don't mind. 4-1, we'll go into hundreds there if you don't mind. Thanks very much indeed. At £4,000, we're trying for you at home. At £4,000 bid. At just £4,000 bid on the MV Agusta, 4-1. Thanks very much indeed at home. We're in Lancashire now at £4,100 bid. Provisionally selling the bike at 4,100. 4-2, still provisional at £4,200 bid at £4,200. On the MV Agusta at 4,200. With you in Derbyshire now. No longer your bid in Lancashire at 4,200 a half. See you all hovering away. We can see that on the screen. 4,300. At £4,300 bid now at 4,300. MV Agusta F4 750 at 4,400. At £4,400 bid at 4,400. What do you think, gentlemen? Are we getting on sale at £4,400 bid? Thanks very much indeed. We're on outright sale at 4,400. On the MV Agusta, 4,500. Still on outright sale, of course. At £4,500 bid now at 4,500. Coming in again if you like. We're still staying those £100 increments for you at home, ladies and gentlemen, at £4,500 bid with Thomas's clients. Not too sure where you are. This one just says Great Britain. Must be something to do with the motorcycle people who are registering. At 4,600 in Derbyshire, at £4,600 bid at 4,600. Still going now at £4,600. Selling away outright, make no mistake. Please look sharp at home. Don't leave it to the last second. We missed some of you earlier. 4,700 in Oxfordshire. Yeah, Oxfordshire. Oh, Shrewsbury. Is that where he is? Why do we do it? Yeah, Oxfordshire. That's short for Oxfordshire. When we used to do letters, you know when we used to... Oh, he is, he's going to show. When we actually used to write letters to places, Thomas, you know what I mean? We put them in a post box, and we actually say Oxon instead of Oxfordshire, you know, to like shorten it down. There's a place in Shrewsbury apparently called Oxon, so there we go. Well, I think I might be right, but you know, we'll wait and see. Writing on a postcard, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are. 4,900 bid in Derbyshire. We're now on £4,900 in Derbyshire anyway. It's not the guy in Oxon. At 4,900, fill it up to 5,000 if you like. Currently at £4,900, finished and done, selling away. That's why the Royal Mail's going down the pan, isn't it? Nobody's writing any letters anymore. £4,900, finished and done. Sold away at 4,900 to you in Derbyshire. Thanks very much indeed. 7108. Dear me. Lot 259, 259. Laugh a minute up here on the rostrum, ladies and gentlemen. 259, 1989 Yamaha TZR 250 this time. Very nice original bike here. This one looks very sharp indeed. In kilometres, showing 20,500 kilometres, so that's only about 13,000 miles from new. April 2025, next year, the MOT. Two-stroke parallel twin, liquid-cooled, 6-speed box on this one as well. Was imported just this year to the UK. Interest here starts me away at 1,800, 2,000, 2,200 bid at £2,200 bid with me at 2,200. On the TZR 250 imported this year. Nice sharp looking machine there at £2,200 bid. Next bid's 2,400 if you want to come in, ladies and gentlemen, at just 2,200 bid on commission. It's against you all around the globe at just £2,200. Finished and done already, are we? You're absolutely sure, ladies and gentlemen. Please look sharp. Give me a shout if you want to come in. If I'm missing you in the sale room, get clicking away at home at £2,200 bid. Absolutely sure. Leaving it behind then to my commission bidder at £2,200. Finished and done. 2,400. Thank you, sir, at 2,400. I'm out now. At £2,400. Bid in the room at 2,400. Absolutely sure everywhere else at 2,400. It is provisional. Submitting the bid then at 2,400. Provisional with you, sir, 369. At £2,400. Provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on in our catalogues to lot 260. And here we go. I'm going to get chastised by Mr. Berry, no doubt, for my pronunciation.
Jules, you're not going to say Kajiva, are you?
I was going to say Kajiva. I was going to say Kajiva.
Well, you'd be correct in saying
Oh, get in.
Although, when we say that, we don't say Milano, do we?
No, we don't.
We
Well,
say AC Milan and Inter Milan. Do you know why?
go on, why?
Because both of those teams were formed by Englishmen.
Did
Yeah,
not
so
know
we're
that.
learning all the time. So this is the Kajiva Mito.
Camera's that way.
I'm talking to you, Paul.
What about our lovely viewers at home?
Lovely viewers. This was... Oh, I'm trying to think of something that's broadcastable.
Right, okay.
That'll take a while, knowing
The
Steve Berry.
zenith
Okay.
of 125s. Believe it or not, this is a 125cc
But it's
motorcycle.
huge.
Yeah, and deliberately and cleverly so.
It's a bit like me. Massive frame, tiny engine.
Exactly.
Bit like me.
That's what I was going to move on to.
Yeah.
This is fantastic marketing. You're Kajiva, you own Ducati. You're going to sell quite a few Ducatis, but you're going to sell a lot more 125s to hot-blooded young Italian men, mainly, I'll be honest.
It's true. And also,
So
so
if
you
you
can ride
make
this
it-
on a 125 license.
Ask me one about sport. Now, I'm not sure. Back in the day, you could, of course.
Yeah.
But the rules was different then. Have you noticed they keep making it harder and harder for people to pass their motorbike license? I wonder if they're doing that deliberately. Of course they are. But what a fantastic
Steve's getting
idea.
political now.
Bit of politics.
Yeah.
Make the 125 learner bike the same physical size as the dream bike. Paint it the same colour, same graphics, same petrol filler, same clocks, same wheels, brakes, forks. And these things flew out of the door.
I'm not surprised.
Absolutely flew out of the door.
This is a really nice example in very nice condition, this, Steve.
It's
isn't
in great condition. And do you know how many of these are in great condition? On account of the fact this sold as a 17-year-old uploaded lads. Very few. Find one like this, you'd struggle. What a great looking bike. Look at it.
It really is. So there you go. So
Fantastic.
it's quite an old bike as well. It's aged beautifully. It's in lovely condition. A couple of very tiny marks on the paint, but really a weekend with the valeting kit and a couple of touch-up pens, you'd have a minter. So I would say bid in confidence. It is as nice in real life as it looks on screen. And Jules will now tell us, along with you lovely people, what it's worth.
Here we go. 1993 Kajiva Mito 125 two-stroke bike, ladies and gentlemen, showing round about 35,000 miles. Great looking thing. Like Steve said, it looks like a carbon copy of the Ducati that it stood next to be absolutely frank. Electronic ignition, sounds superb, these bikes. Starts easily as well, just serviced. Where are you at, Thomas? It's been pinging away. You're at £2,000 in Nottinghamshire at £2,000, only bid at 2,000. On the World Wide Web, ladies and gentlemen, at just £2,000 bid. On the Kajiva Meter, 125 at just £2,000 bid at 2,000, 2,2. In the room now at £2,200 bid at 2,200. Come on, Kurt, this is a bit of you, definitely. At £2,200. Can see you with Linda riding pillion on this one. At £2,200, not listening. At 2,000, he's not listening, is he? At £2,200. Kurt's in his own little bubble. I just said, this is a bit of you, Kurt. I can see Linda on the back riding pillion with you. You know what I mean? At £2,200. Gentlemen's bid in the room. At 2,200. We'll sort out some finance for you at £2,200 bid at 2,200. At £2,200, and it is provisional. I will submit the bid for you, sir, don't worry. At 2,200. Coming in again if you like anywhere else. Looks absolutely for nothing. At £2,200. Bid in the room then at 2,200. You finished and done. I'll try for you, sir, at 2,200. Just need your paddle number, please. 306, 306, 2,200, provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, is lot 261. 261 is the 1981 Honda CB 250N. It's the Super Dream. No reserve again, ladies and gentlemen. Part completed Cafe Racer project, part of a deceased estate, showing round about 9,500 miles. Unfinished project. There's a box of parts to go with the bike. V5, we have the V5 registration document. No reserve. Nothing on my book. Start me away. Where do you want to be on the CB 250N? Start me away at 300. Start me away at £300. On the project bike, ladies and gentlemen. Start me at 300. On the project bike. 2 for a start then, ladies and gentlemen. She is here to sell. Start me away at £200. On the project bike, ladies and gentlemen. At 200. Must be some parts on this that are... It must be worth collectively as parts more than the £200 I'm asking. Plus your minimum £50 plus VAT commission. Start me away at 200. Dear me. £100 then. She is no reserve. £100. Surely where? Start me away at 100. One bid. Are you sure, sir? Once you've said yes, you can't say no. At £100 bid at 100. At £100 only. At one bid in the room. At £100. Against you all at home. 120 if anybody wants her. Yeah, 120. Thank you. No, I think we want another £20 note off this one. At £100 bid, in the room, finished and done. Look sharp at home. Nobody else wants it for spares. I know. So, Thomas just said, somebody flashed at home. Well, you've got a better camera than I've got. 120. At £120 bid at 120. You're out, sir. At 120 bid, finished and done. Selling away in Lancashire. Sold away your bike at £120. 8714. Thank you at home. Lot 262, 264. Sorry, 262, beg your pardon. 1978 MV Agusta. Oh, here we go again. Here's another one where Steve will tell me that I've pronounced it wrong. MV Agusta 350. Ipotesi is that. Well, I'm not getting anything back, so I must be right. Cool and rare. This one, styled by the legendary designer Giorgetto Giugiaro. There you go. I practiced that pronunciation prior to starting the sale, just to make sure that I was right on that one. Only produced between 75 and 77. May require some recommissioning, ladies and gentlemen. Partly restored, appears to be mostly complete. Very advanced bike for its time. There we are, the MV Agusta. Interest here starts with 2,000. 22, 23, 24. At £2,400 bid at 2,400. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, 2,400. Coming in again if you like at just £2,400. I'll take 2,500 if that'll help anybody anywhere else around the globe. At just £2,400 bid. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,400. On the MV Agusta at £2,400. Shaking your head in the room. Nobody want to take her on at home. You're out around the globe. Make no mistake at all at £2,400. Finish and done then. Absolutely sure. Last chance then at 2,400. That is 3029 at £2,400. Provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, in your catalogues. We move on to lot 263. 263, here we are. 1990 Suzuki RGV 250. Two-stroke bike this, the V-twin. Has the Tiger end cans on her, just been serviced, carbs balanced and cleaned as well. New battery fitted. Starts easily. UK spec bike showing round about 16,500 miles. MOT till next July. There we are, the Suzuki RG250. I'm in at 22, 24, 26. At £2,600 bid with me at 2,600. On the Suzuki RGV 250. At 2.6 I've got already. Sorry, Thomas, I know you were bringing that up. 2,750 bid. And I'm out now at 2,750 bid. It's your bid. In Cheshire at £2,750 bid at 2,750. At 2,750 bid. 2.8 in the sale room, I'll take it. £2,800 mouthed at me at 2,800. At £2,800 bid at 2.8. In our sale room, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,800 bid. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at just 2,800. 2.9 at 2,900. Thanks for your bid anyway at £2,900 bid. At £2,900 on the World Wide Web then at 2,900 in Cheshire. Ladies and gentlemen, at 2,900. Finished and done then, are we? At £2,900. I will submit the bid rather reluctantly. It is very provisional. At £2,900 you're finished and you're done. Provisional in Cheshire at 2,900. 7, 2, 3, 6. Thank you at home. Lot 264, 264. Here we are, 2008 KTM 690 SM Supermoto. Showing round about 19,000 kilometers, beg your pardon, kilometers. So in miles, that's about 12,500 miles. Akrapovic, I've got it right now, Steve. Akrapovic, rather than Akrapovic. End cans, sounds great. Good tyres, tasteful modifications on this one. Not registered in the UK, but we can help you out with that, of course. The process and procedure for that. Interest here starts you at 11, 12, 13 bid at £1,300 bid at 1,300. On the Supermoto at £1,300 bid with me at 1,300 against you all around the globe, ladies and gentlemen, at just £1,300 bid. You're out in our sale room at 1,300 bid at just 1,300. 1,400. I've got 1,500. Still with me at 1,500. 1,600. 1,700. 18 if you like, sir. At 18 bid, I'm out at £1,800 bid. At just £1,800 bid in our sale room at 1,800. 1,900 internet. Fill it up to 2,000. And bid in the room at 2 bid. At £2,000, only bid at 2,000. In our sale room, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,000, we'll stay in hundreds. At £2,000 bid for the Supermoto. At 2 bid. At just £2,000 bid. Good looking bike here at 2 bid. Plenty of life left in this one. Plenty of fun to be had at 2.1. Internet now at 2,100 bid at 2,100. On the World Wide Web at £2,100. Provisionally selling 2.2. In our sale room again at £2,200 bid at 2,200. And against you at home, gentlemen's bid in the room, remember, viewed the bike at 2,200 bid. Against you at home at 2,200. On the KTM 690 SM Supermoto, currently provisionally selling in the room at £2,200. You're out at home. Fair warning from your auctioneer. Make no mistake at all. It's against you at home at 2,200 provisional. We will try for you, sir. 369 again. 2,200 provisional. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, we move on in your catalogue to lot 265. We're getting near the end now, aren't we? Lot 265 is the 1957 MV Agusta 125 TRL. And again, we're over to Steve Berry and Paul Cowland.
Well, this beautiful bike was restored to run in Moto Giro, which I mentioned earlier, which is, many people, Paul, of course, in the car world dream of the Mille Miglia and participating in that event, but you've got to have an eligible car.
And they're very expensive.
Very, very expensive. Even you couldn't afford it.
Well, indeed.
Do you know what? Jules could barely afford it.
Well, I know, he spent all his money on jackets, to be
There
fair.
you go. Moto Giro is the bike equivalent of Mille Miglia. You have to have an eligible machine to take part in the competitive classes. This bike, this lovely MV Agusta, one of the great names of motorcycling. And even on a little bike like this, quite modest. I mean, it's not even got a speedo or a rev count.
Because it didn't need one in the 50s.
Because it didn't need one.
These were inexpensive bikes, as you say, but aren't they beautifully finished? So you got,
Yep.
and again, this is the 1950s for you, isn't it? Lots of gorgeous castings on the top. literally what holds the mudguard on, that's cast. I mean, even a decade later, that will all have impressed, wouldn't it?
Yes. And we, here in the UK, here in Britain, the British bike industry, we were still making rather dull motorcycles. I think we took inspiration from the Italians. The Italians made it more fun. Shiny bits, lovely castings, colourful. We've got red, we've got white, we've got green. Bella Italia doesn't come much more Bella than this, does it, boys?
It doesn't, and it's not going to be a huge amount of money, and as Steve says, it's eligible for all sorts of fun stuff. So, Jules, let's run her up and see what she fetches.
Lot 265. Thanks for that, gentlemen. I was just going to... You took the words out of my mouth, Paul Cowland. I was going to say I spend all my money on my jackets. I've just said that to them. You nicked my line. You were so sharp and so fast. You beat me to it. I was saying that. Don't spend my money on cars. Spend it on my jackets.
Jules, whatever you spent, worth every penny.
Yeah, I think this was $49.99 at TK Maxx.
Oh, maybe not worth that much. No. Have you got the receipt?
Why? Do I need to take it back?
Yeah.
Lot 265, 1957 MV Agusta 125 TRL. No clocks on her, ladies and gentlemen. No clocks, so, you know, we don't need to know how fast we're going on this one. We can gauge that from air pressure. You know what I mean? Starts and runs with the dating letter. Very well documented bike. Do have some interest on my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, as you'd expect. Very, very nice condition, this one. Internet's pinging away as well. £1,000 on the internet. I'm going to disappoint you on the internet. I've got 11, 12, 13, 14 bid. At £1,400 bid with me at 1,400. On my commission book, ladies and gentlemen, at £1,400 bid now at 1,400. Great looking bike here at 1,400. 1,500, 1,600. Still on my commission book at £1,600 bid at 1,600. On commission, ladies and gentlemen, at 1,600. Against you in the room now, and against you on the telephone, still on commission. Against you on the World Wide Web as well. We couldn't get you back in there at £1,600 bid with me. At 1,600 bid. 1,700. I've got 1,800, George, I'm afraid to say. At £1,800 bid at 1,800. Still on my commission book. 1,900. I've got 1,950, George. On commission at 1,950. Fill it up to 2,000 if you like on the telephone. I've got 1,950 bid. Great bike here. 2 bid, and I'm out at £2,000 bid on the telephone at 2,000. Telephone bidder, ladies and gentlemen, at £2,000 against my commission interest at just £2,000. Coming in at home. Now is your chance at home at £2,000 bid. On the little MV Agusta 125 TRL. Looks like you could eat your dinner off her, doesn't it, at 2,000 bid. On the telephone with George, and it is provisional. 2-1 is that. 2-1 bid. At £2,100, only bid at 2-1. 2-2. Against you in the sale room. Ooh, a small one. 2,250 at 2,250 bid. 2-3 if you like, George. 2-3 on the telephone. You're out, shaking your head. Looks very disappointed at £2,300 bid at 2,300. Where are we at, gentlemen? No, still a little bit too far away from the reserve at £2,300. Provisionally selling then at 2,300 on the telephone. Nobody else wants her in the room. I'll take a £50 note. Small bid if you like. If you want to come in at home as well. Oh, go on. Another one. 2,350 at 2,350 bid. At 2,350. 2,4. No, you've said no once before. Come on, say yes again. At 2,400. You know you want it at 2,400 bid. And we're on outright sale. Thanks very much indeed on the provisional desk. Selling away then. Last chance anywhere else. Selling away at £2,400 on Georgie's telephone. Yours, George. Very well done, mate, at 2,400. 2,003. Sold away. Lot 266, ladies and gentlemen. 266. Here we are, 1967. Harley Davidson SS350 Sprint Restoration Project. Part of a deceased estate. It's unregistered, ladies and gentlemen. But we do have the Nova documents. So there's no V5 registration document. We have the Nova documentation. We can help you register the bike. Don't worry at all. It's very straightforward. Used to do it myself, importing cars from Japan back in the day. Comes with a large amount of parts. No reserve whatsoever. Nothing on my book, Thomas. Nothing on the internet yet either. Where do you want to be, ladies and gentlemen? Start me way. Is she worth, what is she? Harley Davidson Sprint. Is she worth £400? Is she worth 400? Start me way. 4 bid. Thank you, sir. Right at the very back of the shop at £400, bid at 400. On the Harley Davidson SS350, 450 internet. Against you, Chris. I've got 450 bid. 500 at £500 bid now at 500. in our sale room, ladies and gentlemen, at £500, only bid at 500. At £500 bid, right at the very back of the sale room at 500. Look sharp at home. Fair warning from your auctioneer. Don't be hesitating at home, 550. 6 bid, thank you, at £600 bid, right at the very back of the room at £600 bid now at 600. On the Harley Davidson at £600, only bid at 600. It's against you at home. Fair warning from your auctioneer. One last time, please look sharp or I'm selling away. Gentleman's bid in the room at £600. It's going. Sold away, £600. Good work there. 729. Sold away at £600. Got a thumbs up again there, didn't we? That was nice. Lot 267. Oh, before we do 267. Oh, well, that has sold, hasn't it? 267. Sold away was the 1990 Honda NSX 125RK. Sold away prior to the sale for £1,800. Another one that sold is lot 260, the Kajiva Mito 125, right at the very front there. Sold away at £3,100. So we move on in our catalogue. How many more have we got left? Oh, we've only got 3 more left. 3 more left. Lot 268, 1956 NSU 125 OSB Super Fox. Offered in the original specifications, starts and runs, V5 present as well, original bike. It says here in my notes, it's got 3 miles on the clock, it says here. Well, there we go. Be that as it may. Let's have a look here. Interest here starts your way at 900. 1,000. At £1,000 bid with me at 1,000. On the Super Fox, ladies and gentlemen, at just £1,000 bid at 1,000. From 1956, the OSB Super Fox at just £1,000. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at just 1,000. Bid with me on commission, against you in our sale room and against you around the globe at just 1,000. 1,100. I've got 1,150, Thomas. At 1,150 bid. It's against you in Essex. At 1,150 I have bid. 12 if you like in Essex. Thanks very much indeed. Your bid in Essex. My commissions are out at 1,200 bid. On the OSB Super Fox. Unusual machine here at £1,200 bid with you in Essex. It's provisional. Submitting the bid. Make no mistake in our sale room. If you want to come in, please look sharp. 1,250 is that. 1,250. In Belgium. In Belgium, ladies and gentlemen, the NSU Super Fox at £1,250 bid at 1,250. No longer your bid in Essex. Going across the channel to Belgium at £1,250, provisionally selling. Look sharp in Essex if you want to come back in. Let me know in the sale room or I'm submitting the bid at £1,250 provisional. We will try for you in Belgium. That's £1,250. 9168. So that's provisional with you in Belgium. Our provisional bids team will speak to the owner. They'll let you know at home as soon as we get word if we can actually convert that into a sale for you. Lot 269, ladies and gentlemen, 269 in your catalogue is the round about 1957. It's the Air Macchi Zefiro. Air Macchi Zefiro 150. Just like saying that, Zefiro 150. No clocks on this one again, so use your wind pressure to gauge your speed. Starts and runs, unregistered bike here. Nothing on my book, unfortunately, for this one, so you're going to have to start me away, ladies and gentlemen. Where do you want to be on this one? Start me at £600. On the Air Macchi. Start me away at 600. Dear me. What do you make of this one, Steve? Can't get this one started at 600. 500 at 500. Steve, it's not fair. Paul Cowland's bid 500, and I wanted 600. What's going on?
Well, where would you find another one of these? And the quality of it, Jules, is outstanding.
Precisely.
I mean, the castings, the aluminium, the alloy that's on it, and the engineering behind it, it's a very clever machine. I could see this, Jules, in one of those trendy wine bars in Nottingham that Paul Cowland frequents.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've heard about those places. Those dens of iniquity.
Just as an object of interest. You know, something that's...
Well, me or the bike is the object of interest in the trendy wine bar?
Well, both.
Okay.
Obviously. But, I say this frequently. Where would you find another one?
So you wouldn't find me in a trendy wine bar.
A great name in motorcycle racing and in production, and the quality of manufacture on this machine. I was going to call it a bike. It's kind of half scooter. I was going to do a joke about Paul being half something and half something else, but maybe when we've had a drink later on.
No,
it's half scooter, it's half motorcycle, but it's 100% interesting. Come on, it's got to be worth 500 quid to somebody.
Oh, well, it is. He's bid that. Yeah. That's what he's bid. We're trying to get a little bit more than 5. We have to remember we're before the watershed as well for any tales about Paul Cowland and wine bars, of course. But Air Mackie, ladies and gentlemen, World War II fighter plane manufacturer in Italy. At £500. Absolutely for nothing. But even with all that persuasion from you, Steve, we've got no more bids on the internet, I'm afraid to say. So at £500 with Paul Cowland, looks like I'm going to have to submit the bid if that's all we're going to see. At £500, finished and done then. You're absolutely sure at £500 finished and done. Provisional with you, Paul, at £500.
Always exciting. Always the exciting part. Yeah. Could have gone in with 2 motorbikes. Mrs. Cowland's going to flip.
Again. Flip again.
It's with with me, mate.
It's all right. I bought her a Z3 yesterday, so all is good. I'm coasting in on a warm reception here, I think.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll wait and see. You never know. Next lot, ladies and gentlemen, lot 270 in your catalogue is the 1984 Honda XR250RE. Comes to us from long-term dry storage, ladies and gentlemen. Classic motocross bike. Genuine UK spec bike. Starts with ease, plenty of tread on the tyres, runs great, lots of fun to be had on this one, isn't it? It's a twin carb model, just 1 year of production on this twin carb model. Let's have a look here. I've got plenty of commission interest here. Clearly this one's pressing the button and ticking all the right boxes with people on my commission bid roster. I've got 750, 850, 950 bid at £950 bid at £950. On the Honda XR250RE at £950 bid at £950. 1,000, I'm on outright sale, taking all my commission bids out at £1,000. Got you in Lancashire at £1,000 bid. All the commissions are out at £1,000 bid. Showing round about 11,000 miles. Very original bike at £1,000 bid at just £1,000. Coming in again if you like, ladies and gentlemen, at just 1,050. Well done, Thomas, at £1,050 bid in Cheshire now. At £1,050. Finished and done then, are we, ladies and gentlemen, at 1,050 in Cheshire. Lanarkshire. Sorry, I keep saying Lancashire, but it's Lanarkshire in Scotland. They'll be sending the boys down to sort me out if I'm not careful. At £1,100 bid at 1,100. At 1,100. 1,150. Back in Cheshire at £1,150 bid at 1,150. At £1,150. Finished and done then, are we, ladies and gentlemen, at 1,150. Coming in again, if you like, in Lanarkshire, currently in Cheshire, at 1,150. Fair warning, have to hurry in Lanarkshire. Oh, 1,200. You've had to wait till the last lot, sir, to have a bid. Oh, well, I'm sorry we've kept you for so long. I do apologise. At £1,200 bid at 1,200. If you'd told me, I'd have speeded up a bit. At 1,250. On the internet, in Cheshire, at 1,250. Good bike, this one. You've waited all day. You can't say no again. You're going to go home empty-handed. The last one in the catalogue's already sold, unfortunately. So if you need a ride home, this is probably going to be cheaper than the taxi, depending where you've got to go. At 1,250, I've got in Cheshire. 13 if you like, sir. Thanks very much. 13 bid. At £1,300 bid in our sale room. Fair warning at home. Finished and done. Selling away at 1,350 in Cheshire. You sure, sir? Sorry about that to disappoint you. I'm very sorry. At £1,350, finished and done. Give me a shout before the hammer goes down. If you change your mind, I'll take 75. Nope, thanks anyway. At 1,350. Sold away at 1,350 to the bidder in Cheshire. 8865. £1,350 sold away. Lot 271 in your catalogues, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, was the 1971 Sealy 7R. That one actually sold away prior to the sale for £12,000. And I'm not too sure if Paul and Steve are still mic'd up. I'm not too sure if they're still mic'd up, ladies and gentlemen, but I might have just asked them if they were, what they thought of today's sale, but they're deep in conversation there with the with the £500 bid buying. We're never going to get to them. So thanks very much indeed. I was just going to say, you are still mic'd up. Well, there we are. They are paying attention after all. You know,
sorry, Jules. We were looking at this just in case my provisional comes through.
Talking about
I'm getting excited.
Motorcycle engineering, And of course, what is the next one? The 71 Sealy 7R. That's an interesting take on a British racing engineer. Of course, Colin Sealy been involved in the world of sidecars. And it's a different take on how you get performance. It's been really interesting to see that today. All sorts of bikes where the emphasis isn't so much on engine power, it's using that engine power. So sophisticated suspension,
engineering,
frames, brakes. Do you think I've taught my way out of this?
Amazingly,
Paul?
amazingly.
I have no idea where Jules started. I just saw his mouth moving, so I assumed that he wanted us.
That's the only cue you need. Such a professional. No, I was just going to ask you both, gentlemen, what your thoughts of today's sale, because we've sold the last lot, that's gone the Sealy. So I was just going to ask you, just for your thoughts, really, on today's sale.
Well, I think a standalone bike sale works very well. Not least of all, I get to spend the entire day with Steve Berry learning about bikes, so I've had a lovely day out. We sold a lot. You've done a magic job.
Thank you.
And we seem to have found lots of homes for lots of bikes.
For lots of bikes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's massively encouraging for me to feel the passion and the enthusiasm that's in the room and that's out there for these bikes. It's such an eclectic collection. There seemed to be one or two bikes where I was absolutely gobsmacked that they didn't reach the reserve or they didn't sell. And yet, there were a couple of others which were absolute bargains. They just got to where we thought they'd be. And I thought, somebody clever has managed to nip in and steal that bike. They've got an absolute bargain. But then again, isn't that what auctions are all about?
Absolutely, Steve. That's the beauty of the auction. So there are bikes where we all scratch our head and we think, why didn't that sell? There are other bikes where we go, wow, have a look at that. That was really popular. We clearly missed something. And there are other bikes, like you said, where you have to smile and you think, that was a canny bidder. They've got a good buy. And that is the beauty of the auction. It's at every single level. And you can never tell. We could offer all the same bikes again next week and get different prices for them. You know, you can never guarantee what they're going to do. But that's the excitement, isn't it, of not actually knowing what's going to happen.
Always. And I know, you know, how fast we grew the car auction from a sale of this size with this many people and this many lots. And, you know, to the fact that we've had to have a standalone auction now. I think this bike auction will grow very quickly. We've had some great results today. And it can only get bigger. It can only get better, Jules.
Well, that's down to you guys as much as me and as much as the motorcycle team. We're all working. What's that terrible word they use in America and the UK government? Lockstep. We're all in lockstep.
All right, okay. If you say so, Jules.
I'm not familiar with that one.
I saw Jules's legs today. Jules has got legs.
No,
he came out off the stage. It was quite alarming.
Yeah.
It's like a newsreader. Actually, under there, what you don't see is like a newsreader. He has no trousers on. It's just pants.
Well, until today, Steve Berry thought I was on casters. That's what he thought. Right, thanks very much indeed for that.
Thank you, Jules.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Safe journey back home, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're going. And thanks very much indeed for joining us around the globe. You were more than welcome in all those countries. We do it all again on the, can't quite remember, 26th and 27th of October. Please get your entries in. Have a word with the bike team or the car team, whatever it is. We'd be only too pleased to get it on social media for you as soon as we possibly can. Thanks again. Thank you. Thank you.